Now betting for the sports animal.
For the sports animal.
Good afternoon drive.
Good afternoon drive.
Number two, Men On. And Nunley and Fred Slow.
Van Nunley.
And in the on-deck circle,
Count Chocula thing?
Marie Castillo.
What is this?
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley.
Mike is hot.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are live at the McLeod YMCA. Let's go. Let's go on that. It's going to take us a minute to get the content together for today's show. Bob Walpo back at the station because so many friends of the show kept coming up to us, Van, while we were getting ready for the show.
Sure.
And there's a buzz about the boys being at the McLeod YMCA.
Well, there's a buzz us being here because I love friggin' being here. So the buzz is reciprocated.
I learned the entire history of professional athletes to come from the state of New Mexico from new friend of the show, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for that. Also, I learned that I need to take you or someone I care about as equally as much as you to the Crystal Caves of New Mexico as soon as they are drained again.
Mexico. Not New Mexico.
Not New Mexico, Mexico.
There's Crystal Caves in New Mexico, but he was talking about the Crystal Caves in Mexico,
Bob,
which are wildly more interesting.
I looked up some photos of this, Bob. It looks like the Fortress of Solitude.
It looks fake.
The Crystal Caves in Mexico look like the Christopher Reeves version of the Fortress of Solitude whenever he was the Superman.
I'm assuming that's where they got the idea
And that
from.
was a neat place, too.
That was a neat place. Thank you, Bob.
Which one, the Crystal Caverns or the Fortress of Solitude?
Which one, Bob?
Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, okay.
Yes, both, though. This one was neater. It's almost like it was known to a select elite few, and then they used that idea to create the Fortress of Solitude in one of the at least first three Superman movies starring Christopher Reeves. And then where we became beknownst to everyone in the year 2000. Then people were allowed to access it for like 5 minutes, but they quickly flooded it again. It was explained to me from the McLeod YMCA old timers that that's how crystals grow.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to out myself here, Fred.
Okay.
Not as like a vegetarian or anything.
No.
No, not outing myself
It
like
is
that.
June, Van.
I wasn't crazy about the old Superman movies.
What?
Not a big Superman guy.
What are you going on?
Even the first one?
Not
Gene
really.
Hackman?
Not really. I mean, Gene Hackman was probably the high part of the movie, but I thought they were kind of corny and stupid. Not a fan.
Because
even when I was a child, like with an imagination before my life was so beaten down and jaded and I hated everything. Like even before then, not a big Superman guy.
You're upsetting me.
Well, good. That's fine.
Me too.
This is the program we do here. One of us gets upset at least once a day. Today it's you.
I'm always a little upset.
It is you every day, actually.
I'm super jonesing for
Never mind.
Friday, though, when I go and see the new Indiana Jones. That's going to be a big deal to me.
You're Indiana Jonesing?
When are you going?
I mean, you want to go, Bob? What's up? Well, I got to work,
It's
but I'm
possible.
I think after 7.
after the Ice Topes game, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the Ice Topes, and then we'll be live from the Ice Topes on Friday. But then I'm sure if there's an after 10 p.m. start, the answer is yes, Bob. I want to go see the new Indiana Jones.
You want to grab Voice the Ice Topes Josh
I might
Sushan?
go for
Yeah, we should take Josh Sushan.
Like the second the game's over, like, hey, let's wrap it up. Come on.
Bob, did you know it is John Williams' last composed piece for a film? Did you know that?
what? Superman?
That is correct.
No, I did not know that. I wasn't sure if you were talking about that or the Indiana Jones movie.
From the Sports Animal live chat, hot off the presses, Adam Wainwright and Brittany Griner have teamed up to start the BAAH, which is
Okay, thanks for the text, though. That was very funny.
Sports Animal text line, friend of the show, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
Some people hate some people. Friend of the show, Nate, I used to do a lot of radio with in St. Louis. He's a prominent radio personality in the city of St. Louis. I like this angle. I like this bit. We're bringing up the Superman aspect, obviously, because today there were two big announcements in the world of entertainment.
That is correct.
The number one will blow your mind, Bob. The number two, there's a brand new Superman.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a good one.
What?
Yes. So there's a new Superman, and it will be a guy named David Cornsweet.
Corn Sweat.
Cornsweet. I'm not familiar with his work.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it reads like corn sweat.
His jaw is what you use to chip away at marble.
Look, he looks like a Superman. So good job.
He was in something called Pearl. He was in something called Hollywood, something called The Politician. I'm not familiar with but I think that's traditionally the way of Superman actors is you get like soap opera guys, right?
You get a guy on the way up.
Yeah.
You grab an ascending guy. Look at Henry Cavill. Look what he's done since he's been Superman.
Henry Cavill was only like a soap opera actor before he became Superman.
I didn't know that, but I knew he was just kind of insanely good looking. And so is this guy.
This guy
So congratulations to you, David Corn Sweat.
Bob, he is a JV version of Superman, but will soon be on the varsity team.
He looks just like Henry Cavill, like 10 years ago. It's like they just got another Henry Cavill. Like they cloned Henry Cavill, got a new Superman. They're like, hey, let's run it back. Let's go again, boys.
He looks like
what do you say?
He looks like an emotional Superman.
The emo Superman?
He looks like an emoed Superman.
Do you think it's just because there's a pink background at the picture you're looking at, or like you really feel that way? Because he looks exactly like Henry Cavill.
Bob, don't freak out. This dude's not 30. I feel like
I looked at a picture of him. My impression is that his face is just starting to obtain the mature look.
Oh, that's a good way of saying he looks like a little babers.
So like he's got to fight Lex Luthor a couple times, and then he'll have it.
Yeah,
fixed.
no.
But
So that was my first take.
Can he act though?
Does it matter? The Superman movies are so bad, you don't need a good actor.
The new ones are not.
They are all awful.
Oh, I disagree completely.
They're so bad.
No, they're the best ones.
Every DC movie is garbage.
They're all the best right now, except for Batman.
The Dark Knight trilogy is the only thing DC has ever done well. All of their other movies are garbage.
The 3 best superhero movies of all time are the DC trilogy. That's a given.
By the way, if the lovely people at DC would like me to change my mind, 505-246-0610,
Money will do it.
sponsor the program.
Yes.
Will be the official sports and pop culture, sports adjacent radio show of the DC universe.
Yeah, we will cover Quidditch or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Is that DC?
The John Cena series was pretty good.
Peacemaker. Very good.
Peacemaker. The Dark Knight trilogy and Peacemaker are the only good things DC's ever done. Don't at me.
The cinematic DC universe has one gigantic flaw, and it's Robert Pattinson as Batman.
Oh, that was a horrible choice.
Something in the way.
Was he like actually an actor before that? Wasn't he in One Direction or something?
He
like
was
that?
No, that's a band.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in one movie series called Twilight.
Oh, that's why I never watched Twilight.
Yeah, he played the vampire villain, pseudo villain, anti-hero. Also, something.
I should have known this would lead to this. I knew this whole DC conversation.
Which actor are you talking about?
Robert Pattinson, Bob. He played Batman, and in the new Batman,
It's the worst Batman.
It's by far the worst Batman. The new Batman.
It's worse than Adam West's 70s cheesy Batman.
Ben Affleck's the best Batman, which we can circle back to this. That's not for the right now.
You're so wrong. Okay. I'm gonna write down Batman and underline it. So we'll come back here. It's Christian Bale, and it's not even close.
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Christian
He's
Bale,
the best actor in the best DC movie.
the DC movies, the Christian Bale Batman trilogy, carried by the villains alone. Nothing about Batman is consequential to the story.
He was a perfect Batman. Everything about him.
Ra's al Ghul, fabulous.
Fantastic.
Liam Neeson is Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, Shyamalan twist after Shyamalan twist.
And every aspect of it. The second one, Heath Ledger,
The best villain of all time.
all freaking time.
Except for Bill the Butcher, Daniel Day-Lewis. Besides that,
You're talking
besides William Cutting from Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York, different thing.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, Heath Ledger, the best villain all time.
The best villain of all time is Heath Ledger as the Joker in The Batman Returns.
Also the best Batman.
Or is that Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Now, Tom Hardy is Bane. Fire.
Fantastic. But
Christian-
unfortunately, he had the misfortune of going after Heath Ledger.
That is the only downside to
Yeah.
Christian Bale. Excuse me, as Tom Hardy via Christian Bale. Christian Bale, if I were to give a pro wrestling analogy, Christian Bale is Shawn Michaels. He took bumps better than anyone else, and he always pulled it out at the end. But the story was never about Christian Bale. The story is only about the villains in the DC universe. In fact, the last one...
It's a higher-arcing, higher-reaching treatise on society and how we treat the lower class. But anyways, yeah, all about villains.
It's all about villains.
Okay.
The third one, they tried to hand it off to Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and then he was like, I'm actually going to quit the industry for a minute.
See, that hurt my feelings. Why wouldn't you want to be Robin? Christopher Nolan has a series of Robin, and you don't want to step in and be a legend?
He didn't want the terrible rub that was off Christian Bale. That's what I'm saying.
He just didn't want, because everyone who works in Christopher Nolan movies goes insane.
From the dedication that it takes to perfection.
For sure. Everyone goes crazy.
And JGL, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he was also in the Inception film, which I might argue is the best movie ever made.
It's up there.
Inception is untouchable. Cast, story, arc, the best swerves in the history of filmmaking.
And you're trying to get me extra excited for Oppenheimer is what you're doing right now.
So
I am so excited for Oppenheimer.
I recognize that Oppenheimer is never going to beat Barbie at the box office, but I get it. I get it.
That's fine. That's not what it's there for. It's not there to set box office records. It's there to have upper shelf cinema that you can actually watch in a movie theater. It's cinema in a theater. It's rare that movies like that come out these days. Christopher Nolan making these big budget movies is baffling to modern day fans.
You can tell.
It's all Fast and the Furious and Marvel movies. That's the only movies that get to the theater.
Which I love. I love those movies. I'll watch them all.
I'm not mad. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was like the first like non-art house movie to make me cry.
So the problem
I watered up over Rocky Raccoon. That got me going, man.
Right, first of all, it's not Rocky Raccoon. It's a Beatles song. It's Rocket Raccoon.
What did I say?
Rocky.
Oh, did I say Rocky?
Yeah. Well, Rocky Raccoon walked in the saloon.
Yeah.
The problem with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies is they have created quote unquote like pin drop movies to where you have to put in like a soundtrack to create emotion, just like the movie Batman did with Robert Pattinson.
3 minutes. I knew we were going to come back to this pretty fast. So there's never been a good Superman movie.
It's a B-side banger from Nirvana.
And this.
It's not even an A-side hit.
Oh, the unplugged version's fantastic.
Yeah, that's the version they use in the movie.
Yeah.
MTV's Unplugged with Nirvana. Top 10 banger all time.
Oh, it's easily the best unplugged.
Oh, it's easily the best Unplugged.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And that's the problem with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy did so very well with their remix tape or whatever. Every single film feels like they have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Well, speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, the guy who's going to direct the new Superman trilogy, James Gunn. The guy who directed the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy.
Fire.
Which, except for Endgame, is the best Marvel. So I'm kind of excited for the first time in my life that there finally might be a good Superman before I die. Because they're all been horrible.
They've not all been horrible.
They've all been horrible.
The Justice League movies, when they were redone the second time,
still bad.
Not so bad.
Those were still bad. Those are still bad. They didn't think, I know it was the 80s and they were probably all high on cocaine, but they didn't think to like just put a blow dryer in Superman's face so his little curl wiggled and he's flying through the air and his little forehead curl doesn't wiggle at all. This is mind-boggling to me. I can't handle it.
The problem with the Justice League movies and the Wonder Woman movies is this same like needle drop thing, to where every time Wonder Woman comes on the TV, it goes into slow motion and goes into Amazon music.
I wanted the 80s Wonder Woman movie to be good.
It was not.
Oh, man, it was awful.
And it had Chris Pine.
God, it was so bad.
And I'm a big Chris Pine guy.
Just quit making movies, DC. Take some time off. Let James Gunn set the new palette for your organization and then try again.
From the Sports Animal live chat, facebook.com/TalkABQ, Nick Cannon will play the new Batman. It's a different kind of Dark Knight. Okay, that's a different show.
That joke got kind of dark.
Yeah, it got kind of dark there at the end. Congratulations to Ryan Seacrest. He's the new host of Wheel of Fortune. Let's go.
So
Let's
do
go.
you call him the new host of the Wheel of Fortune, or you just say he's the new Pat Sajak? Because it's kind of like he did it for 40 years. Like, you just call every other host Pat Sajak from now on.
If Kelly Ripa is flipping the letters, then I think it's the only way this thing works.
Call him Pat Sajak. Just like Santa's little helper in The Simpsons. It's just like Pat Sajak 2, or Pat Sajak Jr., or the next Pat Sajak, or the new Pat Sajak.
They were like, for the last 40 years, we didn't allow Pat Sajak's charisma to mess up this show, so we're going to bring in Ryan Seacrest to continue that emotion.
I think Ryan Seacrest is going to ruin the vibe. At least Pat Sajak was like kind of quirky and had a good sense of humor.
He's the littlest change you can make.
Like a little tongue-in-cheek action. Like, he was kind of quirky and fun, had some good zingers. Ryan Seacrest is going to, like, I don't know, say nice shirt or something.
They're both white bread toast.
Oh, just the toastiest.
They're stale white bread toast. And it doesn't matter what ingredients you put between stale white bread toast. It is terrible.
So congratulations on the future collapse of Wheel of Fortune. Is that what you're saying?
No, because that is what people who watch Wheel of Fortune want.
Well, if you know Pat Sajak, he's got a little bit of zing in him. He's got some, like, passive-aggressive zingers. Like, he's funny. He's low-key funny.
Did 0 other people apply for the job? That's really the question.
And why is Ryan Seacrest getting all these gigs? Is he just the white Steve Harvey? Did they just give him everything?
From the Sports Animal Live chat, friend of the show, Joel, makes mention Pat Sajak graduated from Columbia College in Chicago. That gives you 0 qualifications.
Columbia College
no
in
one
Chicago?
cares about that.
That's the 3rd best Columbia. Number 1,
the country.
The actual college, Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, any college in Columbia. Number 3, Columbia College of Chicago. That's way down the list.
Actual sports content whenever we get back. Bob Walpo's back at the station. Bob, we're excited to have you today. A. Marie starting that vacay early. I'm not jealous.
Well, good for her.
Good for her.
Of course not.
No, you get one holiday on a Tuesday, and you for some reason take off the Tuesday before? Thanks, Joe Biden.
Sound like somebody took a whole week.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Sports Animal.
The 8th Annual Patriot Shootout, July 7th. That is
You're clear.
scrambled.
And if you want to read a funny essay, look up Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex.
The proceeds help families of disabled or fallen soldiers and first responders.
Well, traffic right now, we are seeing more slowdowns. I-25 southbound. Those are going to start around as soon as they'll last until Comanche. Westbound Paseo, right at the river, traffic moving a little slow. They are also dealing with some congestion northbound on 2nd Street as you approach Montano.
This report is brought to you by the Sandoval County Clerk's Office. The Sandoval County Clerk's Office is dedicated to further improve the accuracy of the voter rolls before the 2024 elections. If a loved one has passed away, please contact their office. Together, we can ensure that voter rolls are accurate and continue to have confidence in our elections.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Cindietta and JJ Buck.
I'm surprised Bradley Beal ended up in Phoenix. That makes them really good when healthy. Jeff, not important.
It's overrated. It gets to the postseason. It's about being healthy, not having 9 or 10 guys that can play.
Guy gets hurt, who's next?
If you lose one of your stars, you're not winning a championship.
Are they the best team in the West?
Yeah.
Start your morning weekdays at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Walking through a junkyard, each red car tells a story. This one, very sad. She had been drinking and driving. Oh, and this one, terrible. The driver was drunk and drove clear off the road. This one was my family. The drunk driver hit us, and my wife and our daughter. They didn't make it.
Drinking and driving causes far too many tragic stories. It's time to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
It's time to turn up your summertime fun with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. So whether you're camping, fishing, or at the beach with friends, don't forget to fill your cooler with those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Okay, team, line's already around the block, and we're open in 10. Yesterday, we had...
Rejoin in 30.
Staff is a little under-seasoned.
Is this pot not boiling yet?
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean, plate or a bowl? You work at La Pasta in La Cup.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you amped?
Anybody home?
Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10
On 95.9 FM
and AM 610.
Anybody there?
It's Animal.
Anybody home?
Only every time, Bob.
Okay, I just verified. You're hot.
Back in the program, back live at the McLeod YMCA. We are we're in the doldrums of the summer, man.
Doldrums?
It's only baseball.
How dare you say doldrums when it's the most beautiful summer in the most beautiful place on the planet?
We're under,
Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're so lucky.
Under a heat dome.
I don't know what that means. It's not a real thing.
Under a heat dome right now.
It's like 74 today.
No, it was not.
You sure about that?
I was outside. Yes, I'm sure.
93. That's basically 74.
Math?
Yeah.
No.
Feels like 92. So that's close enough to 74 for me. Beautiful day.
You ever play horseshoes?
Mm-hmm.
Hand grenades?
I'm very good. Can't you tell how good I am at it?
I can tell some.
Mm-hmm.
Tell some for sure.
I wasn't outside in the heat of the day because I was here at the YMCA getting my swole on. That's what happened.
Tickets for the Dolphins-Chief game in Frankfurt, Germany sell out in 15 minutes today, Van.
Yeah, they're excited to go see Dalvin Cook.
He's not on either of those teams.
He'll be a Dolphin here in a day or two.
This has to be all scalpers, right?
Of course it's all scalpers.
We need to go back to paper tickets, right?
We're going to have to. Yeah, it's all scalpers. It's all bots.
It's all
who are
bots.
buying up these tickets and then reselling them immediately.
I hate this.
The Bills game in London,
Yeah.
Sold out in 30 minutes. So you had to pre-register, and then out of those who pre-registered, you got on a list to buy tickets.
Mm-hmm.
400,000 people in those tickets. 390-something thousand people wanted to watch. And that's just the Bills fans. That's even not who they're playing, which is a bunch of nobodies.
And there's a bunch of money that doesn't belong to people. It belongs to like organizations and companies and a whole bunch of stuff. And what they're going to end up doing is they're going to end up paying an arm and a leg for this and not caring because it's not their own money. So this problem's never going to go away.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Biden is trying to help out this problem. I'm sorry to compliment the 137-year-old president of the United States, but he's trying to get a coalition of representatives together and end this problem.
Also, this is Germany. I don't know what kind of jurisdiction it is.
It's Ticketmaster. It's the same ticketing programs.
Just
like,
saying.
the country of Germany doesn't have. This is the NFL getting tickets or selling tickets.
The last time America told Germany what to do, they were both hanging out in Versailles.
Okay, so you're saying this is going to start World War III?
It's a good joke that I just
Dolphins tickets are going to start World War III?
First, all right, if we're going to refer to them by a team, they're Chiefs tickets. Unless it's a home game for Miami, I don't really know how that works.
I don't know. Miami's on their way up. You got to watch out, Kansas City.
No, they do not.
Sorry, I tried to say that with a straight face.
There's not even a storyline where it's like Tyreek Hill faces the Chiefs again because he's not going to be playing.
Could be so tired. Oh. Because of all the assaults.
All the assaults.
Yeah, all the assaults. You can't quit beating people up.
The NFL doesn't play with that stuff.
Man, he's got little man syndrome so
he's
bad.
so little.
Tyreek Hill. You can make up for it in other areas. You can have the height surgery when you're done in the NFL.
What is that?
You haven't seen that before?
Mm-mm.
They put like spacers in your bones.
Who is
They
they?
throw you.
What are you talking about?
You haven't seen this?
What are you? Is this a Twilight Zone thing?
No, this is really real. You can put spacers. You have a series of surgeries. They break your bones.
You can't have space between your bones, idiot.
The space between. Yeah, you can't. They break your bones. They put a spacer in it, and then they reattach the bones, and you get progressively taller over a long period of time. This guy got made fun of for being short, and now he's 6.5 feet tall.
Who are you talking about?
Everything looks completely normal except for his tiny little hands.
Bob,
he didn't have hand surgery.
Every single time Van tells me a story where he says they or this guy, I know it's not true, and he brings it to the radio.
Actually, this is true.
Okay,
Thank you.
Oh, no one out there is getting, what did you call these things?
Limb lengthening surgery.
No one is getting limb lengthening spacers put into their arms and legs. That's not real.
I read about this decades ago.
Decades ago, it would make you
grew 7 inches.
Who?
I'm gonna tell you his name right now. He got made fun of, and his girl wouldn't date him because he was too short.
5'10" is short compared to me, but 5'10" is not short.
Denzel Sigers.
Okay.
Or Seagers. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Denzel Seagers, the best actor ever.
Denzel Sigers says he always knew he was smaller and found himself saying those 2 words Skee-Lo made the music hit for. I wish I was a little bit taller. He had a series of limb lengthening surgeries, and now he grew 7 inches.
From to what? What is his height now?
Let's see.
He better have grown to 5'6". Because if it's not 5'6" or less, I'm out.
5'5" to 6 foot tall.
Unacceptable. If you are 5'5", like own that life.
Yeah, what's it like, Bob?
Bob, what's it like?
I don't know. I'm 5'8.5".
Okay.
That's interesting.
In boots.
Yeah, like those really nice
insoles.
New Mexican boots with the toe that goes all the way up around and curls.
Yeah, with a bunch of homemade trail mix you got to stand on.
Yeah,
that's in my bare feet.
Here's why I didn't know this existed, because I've never been a tinier person. I've only ever been the taller person.
Even when you were little, you were big.
I've never been little. I've spent 0 minutes of my life in the world of little.
Even when you're a baby, you still look like 2 babies in a trench coat.
I refuse to say the name Stuart. That's how opposite of little that I
am. Okay. No, I got it. You don't have to stare at me like that. I got you. I got the joke. Just wasn't good.
This exact same thing happened. You mentioned it with the game in London. This exact same thing happened last year. Literally, something has to be done. Like, and I'm not trying to be like the pro Taylor Swift thing, because I am that, by the way.
I just told you that Joe Biden is on the case. I know he can't do a lot of things at once.
Bigger fish to fry.
He gets easily distracted, but put the old World War III on someone else's plate, and Uncle Joe, go solve this ticket thing.
Joe Biden spent 5% of the annual budget for this United States military. He gave it to Ukraine, and they somehow created a civil war in Russia.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm very impressed with Joe Biden right now.
Very economical.
Insanely economical.
Even after Trump's tax cuts got the budget smaller.
Do you know how many Americans have died to create the civil war that is occurring in Russia right now?
It's super close to 0.
It's so insanely close to 0. I could not be more impressed by this.
The only Americans who died there were not supposed to be there.
Yeah, like volunteering ones who tried to blackwater their way over.
Yeah, guys who just wanted to kill someone.
Yeah, well, hold on. I don't know their motivations. I mean, that seems presumptuous.
Allegedly just wanted to murder somebody.
Well, again, maybe liberate is the word.
I said allegedly, though.
I don't like what you're insinuating.
Alleged thirst for blood.
No, again.
Is that not the same thing?
It's not the same.
I said allegedly.
I don't like it.
So a bunch of American Rambos. Besides them, no one has died. We've helped contribute to the liberation of Ukraine, and no one's died. That's, of note.
Bob, whenever we get back, we continue with our NFL talk. The quarterback for the Saints is saying something about a different team, and it's relevant for one big reason, because I told you so. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from McLeod YMCA. Come hang out with your boys. It's an open house. The Sports Animal.
This report is
clear.
To Lowe's. Shop time.
Hey, Fred.
It's now at Lowe's. Save up to an additional $1,000 on select major kitchen appliances. Plus, save up to $3,165 on select 4-piece LG kitchen suites. Offer valid for $628. Savings based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
No traffic right now. Starting to see slowdowns westbound on I-40, starting around 12th Street. Those will last until Coors. Southbound I-25, we've got that congestion between Osuna and Comanche. Slowdowns on Paseo headed west as you approach the river. Also, traffic moving slow southbound on Coors at Montano, and northbound I-25 now starting to see slowdowns between Gibson and Central. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KQOB Traffic Center.
There are 3 seasons on the sports calendar: football season, non-football season, and smack-off season.
The Smack
date for
Off.
Smack-Off number 29 is Friday, June 30th. $5,000 to the winner, $0,000 to second place.
Don't worry, you're all winners, losers. It doesn't matter how much money you make this week if your heart's going to explode the next. Take your best shot, tough guys. I'll see you in my driveway. Acknowledge me! God, I hate these guys.
June 30th. Come and get some.
On Wisconsin.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150. Free bottles for a limited time. So call now, 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150.
With every other attorney in town talking about winning and how much they've won, it's time we look at the facts and set the record straight. Vernon Rowe has helped over 150,000 people collect billions of dollars for their injuries, with over $1 billion recovered in the last 5 years alone. We have over 50 attorneys and over 400 legal professionals and the resources to fight for you. The reality is, there's Vernon Rowe, then there's everybody else.
Multi-state offices. Carlos Uri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Glenn Lerner is home licensed in Nevada.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Rejoin in 30.
Says someone like an ice cold twisted tea.
So, if you want a short read, Larry Niven wrote an essay called Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex.
Nothing says someone like it.
Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex, about Superman and any of the 3 Earthlings that he was romantically involved with. And what the consequences would be.
The Jim Rome Show.
I love the game.
It was.
Weekdays
Mics are hot.
And the Sports Animal.
Live from the McLeod YMCA. McLeod Director Mark Lewis in the building. He or an adjacent YMCA member will be joining us at the 45. It's going to be a lot of fun. The NFL stories that just keep giving, right? So Derek Carr, David Carr, Derek Carr, Drew Carr?
One of the cars.
One of the cars.
It's not Jimmy Carr.
Who? Jimmy Carr?
Great
the
comedian.
comedian?
Hilarious.
Very funny.
Not related.
To my knowledge.
That we know of. Not until the 23andMe results come in.
Okay. So Derek Carr said at the when speaking about the end of his time with the Raiders, he said, I was very upset. I was very mad. Because as you recall, he was sitting on the bench.
They benched him.
They benched him, Van. Citing healthy stuff. They said we can't get hurt.
This is what they were doing, you might not be familiar with. It's called lying.
They were lying.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders were lying.
If someone were to talk to me about this, let's say I lose this job. Let's say I lose this job tomorrow. And if I get another job doing a similar thing at a similar organization, if someone were to say to me, hey, let's talk about your old job, I would say, no.
I'd rather not.
I have this new job that I'm excited about.
You remember how I don't work there?
I have all these new coworkers I'd like to tell you how I'm excited to be with.
I work at this place.
Yeah.
You don't need to ask me about the old one.
Mm-mm. You ever go through a breakup?
If it was newsworthy, I'd probably be there.
Probably.
Yeah.
You ever go through a breakup, Van, and somebody's like, hey, what happened? And you go, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I'd rather. I'm in the business of.
Even when I'm drinking.
Yeah, when I'm drinking, I'm not spilling tea.
For sure.
I'm just drinking.
Just listen to a couple country songs or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know who also?
You know how breakups go? Like, just listen to some country music.
Islands in the Stream.
Yeah, like truck broke down too. You want me to talk about
Yeah,
that?
you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog died in the last calendar year.
Sure.
That actually happened to you.
Yeah, that one really did happen.
So I'm sorry,
Thank you.
I
Thanks
didn't
for
know
opening them wounds
I
up.
know I brought that one up.
Yeah, that one was rough.
It was rough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, my jerk photos app on my iPhone brought up a picture of my deceased dog. Open up the wounds as early as last night, and here you are today.
I don't have Time Hop. I don't have.
You don't have, it's just the app. You don't have you have an iPhone app widget for your photos?
No, of course not.
It's just the little photos button.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the widget.
No, I don't have the widget.
It brings up memories from that day, from other years. And yesterday was my deceased dog. I got to rub that one in.
Was it the anniversary of the dog deceasing?
It wasn't even the anniversary.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah, it was rough.
Okay, so whatever you're talking about, I believe I have that turned off.
Okay.
The mullet, mine does it brings up memories of old producers that were on the show.
And for Derek Carr, it brings up memories of old eyeliner shops in Vegas. You think that's the first thing he did in Nowlands? Is like, where's my eyeliner guy?
No, the first thing he did was he went and said, which sports talk personality is going to let me talk about my feelings here?
Oh yeah. He's got them feelers.
He's got. What you need to also package it in a way to where it's like a subtle shot or dig. So you say this. You don't say, I was upset, I was mad. You don't say that. What you say was, yeah, you can tell with a long history of the time I was there, they made a lot of weird decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And then you leave
isn't the only
one. Yeah. Oh, you think the end was the problem? Do you not remember the beginning and the middle? The Raiders are not put together.
Yeah. It's hard to be a leader considering the leadership kept changing every year.
Yeah. Here's what you say. You say, hey, listen, the end of that thing was weird. The beginning of this thing is going to be weird too because I'm going to be winning for the first time ever. Ask me about that. Ask me about balling the heck out in the super weak, super soft NFC South that I'm going to run, pass, punt, and kick through.
You're thinking of Taysom Hill. He does all those things.
I love him so much.
Yeah. But the car boy, I mean, he'll be just fine there. But it's such low-hanging fruit in his division. He is going to look like Tom Brady next year just because the competition is such hot garbage.
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 Here's what I don't get. You get a weird quarterback. Excuse me. You get a weird head coach after a weird head coach.
Uh-huh.
The head coach you get shouldn't have got a second shot. Shouldn't have really got a third shot because he shot down the job in Indianapolis, which people don't necessarily even talk about. What David Carr has to be saying right now is, I'm really excited to go from a dysfunctional family
To a slightly less dysfunctional family.
Yeah, incredibly slightly less. And also, like, New Orleans is not, like, got a history of winning. Like, people are going to claim they do.
Right.
People are going to claim because they had Drew Brees for 5 minutes. They've won one time.
Oh, the one time that the NFL said the script is going to happen for New Orleans this year because of Katrina? That year?
Not untrue.
Yeah.
Not untrue at all. I would actually go as far to say very true. And I don't want it to be that way. I love parody. I don't actually. I only like dynasties.
I mean, Derek Carr is an absolute saint for staying around in the Raiders organization for that long anyways. Like, they never treated him well. Like, they never set him up for success.
Right.
Just different coaches and different offensive coordinators and
different versions of failure.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you go
never gave him any help. This last year, they gave him his best friend. And then after
didn't
that,
even let him play with him?
Yeah, didn't even let him play with him. It's like, hey, we got you this shiny new toy. We're going to keep it in the closet, though. Sorry, buddy.
Just wild to me. Why didn't he do the part where he was like, hey, remember they made my wife cry? Like, that's what you bring up. Like, you don't say the part where you're sad. You say the part where, yeah, are you talking to me about the place that made my wife cry?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention that part. I would have kept that within my family and just, like, started looking forward. I wouldn't have mentioned any of the stuff with the ex. I mean, do you sit around and talk about your ex-girlfriend all day?
No, because I'm not a loser.
Yeah, hey, Fred Slow, let's talk about your previous relationships that went poorly.
Well, and if we're being
okay, what about the one that made my wife cry?
Well, that's a good point, too.
You're soft, Derek. Like, just look forward. Look to the future.
Well,
you don't need to rag your old. You don't need to talk about your ex-girlfriend. You don't need to talk about your ex-employer. You don't need to talk about your ex anything. Just move forward.
Correct.
Build off of their failures. Build off of your lessons and go forward.
Well, you know what this is? Speaking about him, though, this is a guy that's only had one lady. This is a guy that's only had one job. This is a guy that has only had one of those. You talk how many? Hey, I've failed at more stuff than people even attempt.
Sure.
Yeah, you know how many ex-gals I have? The number is too high.
Tried really hard.
Tried hard with all of them.
Yeah.
They were all great for a minute.
I also date aggressively.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else I like? Attention.
Oh, sure. There's
that. Talk about that in the future, Derek. Boy, unfathomed to me. Unfathomed.
He's going to crush it there.
Oh, he could.
Not because he's that insanely talented. I think he's just Kirk Cousins and eyeliner. But he gets out of the Raiders organization and he gets into the NFC South where everyone is garbage.
He's the one guy in the league right now that when asked a clown question can say this. Yeah, I'm excited about getting back to Vegas one time at the very end of the year. That's all you got to say. The only time I think about Vegas is when I'm thinking about the Super Bowl I'm about to play in. That's all you say. And then it's done.
Or I'm gonna go to Cirque du Soleil with my wife in the off-season. We got to go back and pick up some more stuff from our.
The Bellagio is a really affordable $50 buffet that is worth every penny.
Hey, I love it here in New Orleans, but what I love about Orleans? The Orleans Hotel Buffet in Las Vegas, Nevada. I can't wait to go back and give me some crab legs.
We got a special guest with us when we get back. Big thank you to John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy for being sponsor of this very studio. Big thank you to the 66 Diner where we enjoy so many lunches. We're live at the McLeod YMCA. This is also where we start our days. Of course, the Albuquerque Duke store is the it's a proud partner of the program, Van. Don't forget Albuquerque Duke's night over at Isotopes Park, July the 15th. Come hang out with the boys. We're going to be over there enjoying that to a great degree. Also, Van, you don't know this, the Albuquerque Duke store is made a bunch of apparel for Duke City Championship Wrestling.
What?
Yep. So we're going to have not just a fine locally made wrestling production, we're going to have a fine locally made apparel for it. So that's a lot of excitement. That's a lot of fun.
So exciting.
When
do they come on the shelves?
Very soon, probably this week.
Ooh,
yeah, so
buddy.
So also, we're at Albuquerque Axe this upcoming Thursday. We'll be throwing axes. Come hang out with the boys, $7.50 off per hour. Next Thursday, we're at Red Door. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. Even with the holiday, we don't care. We're going to be there. We're taking advantage of it. I'm in for that. That's the plan for me.
There's a holiday coming up?
It's 4th of July.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's why Marie left.
Oh, okay.
Also, Jake Cassio will be joining us next week, so we're excited to have him here with us. Stepping away, but coming back with a special guest. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored
By Staples Stores. During Business Deal Days, you save 50% when you buy any combination of 5 or more boxes, mailers, and shipping tubes. Offer ends July 1st. Exclusions apply. Not valid in Concord, New Hampshire location. Prices may vary. Keep your business running right and save at Staples.
Hey, traffic right now, we've got police activity causing slowdowns in all directions at Carlisle and Comanche. If you can, just avoid that area. Manala University lights are out. We got rain falling in several parts of the city, and that is playing into some traffic issues this afternoon. You're going to need to treat that as a four-way stop. Elsewhere around town right now, dealing with those slowdowns on I-25 southbound between Osuna and Comanche. Also, westbound on I-40, seeing more slowdowns starting around 2nd Street. Those will last until Coors. Westbound Paseo, between Rio Grande and Coors, traffic moving slow there. And Coors at Montano, southbound on Coors, traffic moving slow in that area. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with a CBS Sports Minute sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Get ready for another one of the world's biggest sporting events to be nearly devoid of alcohol. Yes, it was announced that due to a French law that bans the sale and advertisement of alcohol in stadiums and other sport venues, the only way you can watch the 2024 Summer Olympics in person with a drink in your hand is in a VIP hospitality area. I'm Maggie Gray.
CBS Sports Radio. Registration is now open for the Lobo Cancer Challenge. Cancer can affect anyone at any stage of life, and you can unite with us against cancer and raise money for the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center. Choose your bike, run, walk, or stair challenge for this September 23rd event and get your dedication bib and t-shirt. Plus, every dollar raised supports cancer patients, cancer research, outreach, and training right here in New Mexico. Sign up now or get more details online at lobocancerchallenge.org. And we'll see you on race day.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, AutoZone is here to help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. What if I need a new one?
We have the right batteries right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone. And what if I don't know how to connect it?
No problem. We have a how-to for you at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Eric Strauss here. Can you imagine how overwhelmed you feel when you're painting a room? How about the entire outside of your house? Just give CertaPro Painters a call. They're honest, clean, thoughtful, and they have that attention to detail that you want from a painter, and you don't want to make a mess out of the outside of your home. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Schedules fill up fast, so act now. CertaPro Painters for your home or business.
It's time to turn up your summertime fun with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. So whether you're camping, fishing, or at the beach with friends, don't forget to fill your cooler with those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Back in 30.
Okay, team, line's already around the block, and we're open in 10. Yesterday, we had 3-hour wait time.
Chef Pierre's staff is a little under-seasoned.
Why is this pot not boiling yet?
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean, plate or a bowl? You work at La Pasta.
We lost the station. Are you there, Bob?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my bad.
Coming back in 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
From your employer dashboard, visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
New Mexico's Sports Authority, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The
Mike is hot.
say bye 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 to the nice guy. Hi hi hi.
My least favorite type of stroke, medical. My favorite type of stroke, breast.
What's your favorite kind of chicken, too?
Ah, I like that. Jeff Danielson joining us on the program. Let's go.
Hey, guys.
You make swim go around. Is that what you say when you talk about swim? What do you what's bubbling? I don't know how to talk.
Keeping this thing afloat.
There we go. That's the one there, just going against the flow.
Right. We're just trying to keep the Summer League swim going in Albuquerque.
July 3rd?
July 3rd is the fall sports sign-up day.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do all of it.
At the McLeod Y, they have a super sweet pool, and you make sure people swim competitively in it?
Yes, sir.
Like what? Like a finish line? Help me understand.
Well, we have the usual short course stuff, 25 yards for little kids, 50 yards for the medium-sized kids.
That's 75 feet?
Right.
That's I cannot swim that far.
100 yards for the big kids.
300 feet.
300 feet.
In a row.
In a row.
Unacceptable.
Not always the same stroke either.
That's down and back.
No. That's 4 lengths.
Down, back, down, back, down, back.
Down, back, down, back. 4 lengths, not 4 laps.
See, this is how little I know, man. This is what I'm trying to say.
We're just talking about you not ever being at a pool ever without a beer. So, of course, no one expects you to know all this.
I have a degree in
Don't set the bar too high.
I have a degree in pool management. Like, I went to school for it. I never swim.
Because you know the risks.
Because I know the risks.
That's not it at all.
Jeff Danielson joining us. The pool here at McLeod has kind of been a staple with the YMCA community for the longest time. Obviously, you're talking about the young kids. You're talking about a little bit older. Why is it so important to start young when it comes to water? Why is it so important in the world of athletics?
Well, you talked about it yourself. Know the risks.
Yeah.
The better a kid can swim, the less trouble they'll be in the future.
Good point.
Plus, if they're really tired from all that swim workout.
Yeah.
A lot less annoying.
That's super smart.
Well, what Jeff was about to say is if you can swim faster than the kid next to you, that means sharks aren't a problem.
Yeah, you don't have to outswim a shark.
Yeah, you just have to
You got to outswim little Ricky.
The kid next to you.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
And sharks, as far as I've known, I watch a lot of David Attenborough. Sharks, as far as I know, they only eat the one guy. Like, they don't just keep going. It's not a sport to them.
So
they just eat humans because they're hungry.
All right, Jeff.
Not for sport like orcas.
All right, so here's the thing about orcas is they changed their name legitimately 2 years ago to orcas from killer whales, and they lost their rep, and now they're back to killer whaling.
Well, I mean, with their new activities, how they're attacking boats, I think go from killer whales to Africanized orcas.
Okay,
is what you do. Yeah,
acceptable.
That's the new name,
Jeff.
Yeah, that's all right. We're the YMCA Kraken, so we take care of them orcas for you.
That's way better.
I do like that.
Yeah, the Kraken regulates the sea.
Here's what I know about the Kraken: release it.
Okay,
that's basically it.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
I think that's a Liam Neeson thing.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple Liam Neeson references on the program
it's
today.
The second one and counting.
Jeff Danielson, how many kids are on the swim team here at the Y?
We've got 62 this year.
What?
From 4 to 17.
That's a football team.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
That's more than a football team.
That's more than a football team.
Some of these kids are going to get cut.
No.
No one gets cut. Right?
No one gets cut.
Oh, you can go
swims.
over 53?
Everybody swims.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do they have to come at 5 in the morning and swim? How does it work?
No, our morning practices are 8:45 to 10.
That's not bad at all.
Summer hours.
Our evening practices are 5:30 to 6:30.
That's the best time to do it.
That's more my speed.
That's the one to be in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. The pool's water is nice. The clouds are overhead.
Yeah. What's it cost?
It costs $300 a kid.
Yeah.
There's some amount of cut if you register more than one kid.
That's per day?
No. That's per season.
All right, hold up.
That's a steal.
That's not even per week?
No.
That's not even per month?
Nah, that's per 2 months. Our season lasts from May until middle of July.
That's like $10 a day.
That's
super $5 a day, man. And your kid gets
at this point, I think you're guessing, but you're very close. Yeah.
300.
Okay.
Divided by 60.
Okay.
That's 5.
Okay.
So it's $5 a day for your kid to become an expert swimmer, join a team, understand fellowship, and compete against his peers, and hopefully he or she, and hopefully become triumphant over them?
Correct.
How do you know if you have the next Michael Phelps or not?
Good
if
question.
you don't come here and let him swim around a little bit.
Is the next Michael Phelps here in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
No.
All right, interesting. Write that down, Ben. Your kid can win.
No, because weed's legal now. So the next Michael Phelps won't be Michael Phelps.
That'll slow you down.
Yeah.
Best way to get your kid involved here at the Y?
Just show up.
Okay.
Sweet.
Come to the McLeod Y, the intersection of Tramway and Comanche. Walk in and say, listen, Jeff told me to come down.
Absolutely. Come down. Try out my swim team. You'll have fun.
Oh, there's a trial period?
Yeah, you can come for a couple of days.
Oh, my God.
That's very sweet of you.
In day one, you just teach me how to put on the little cap?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get you in a cap. We'll get you in the jammers.
What is that?
You know, it's like a Speedo with legs.
Whoa. Hold on.
This got way cooler.
Jammers.
Which I thought was a thing that you only did in roller derby.
I don't know anything about
That's
roller
good
derby.
roller
Sorry,
derby
guys.
joke.
I thought jammers looked like skids. Remember the skids, the parachute, the MC Hammer parachute pants?
From the Sports Animal Live texter.
Those aren't jammers. I was very wrong.
No, the MC Jammers? The Sports Animal Live chat says, do you believe cutting them would build competition? It's not about the competition.
It's about sportsmanship. It's about
Fellowship.
learning how to be in a team. We don't cut anybody, and everybody swims.
Now, if you cut in line to swim, I'm okay with that kind of competition. Go to the front.
We're big rules people here. We follow the rules, Fred.
If I have to park GA, I'm upset. I park right at the front of the building.
Oh, well, I feel for you.
Every time there's a sign that says van accessible, that's where van parks.
It's true. I do that. And I take pictures. I leave some documentation out on the dash. Never got a ticket.
I take pictures in front of signs that say slow children at play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any children, though.
No, but I'm like at heart.
Yeah, that's good, though.
If you do have a child, you can bring them down to the McLeod YMCA. Signing up for the swim team is July 3rd. Is that what we said?
July 3rd is for the fall sports.
Okay.
We'll take kids right on up until Saturday for the swim team.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, we have to get them in 2 meets to be eligible for the Sundance finals, and we have 2 meets left.
Hold on. What is the Sundance finals? Let me figure this out real quick.
Sundance Swim League was Peter Barney and Dave Barney gig from the early 70s.
Oh, this is super cool. And you can swim against all the kids in the entire city.
Yes, sir.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we're going to win this thing, right? The YMCA is going to hoist that trophy.
We're going to host a trophy.
Okay.
A trophy.
All right, a single solitary trophy.
There will be one. We will have one winner.
Right. We'll have one winner, at least.
Okay.
But
I like that
we have
attitude.
some high point kids. That's the most amount of points scored in an individual age group.
All right, I'm looking at it here. It seems to me as if every single kid who, all right, so it's mostly about just the competition itself. It's not about winning. All right, I'm into this. The New Mexico State games are on this too? Let's go.
We took home third from the New Mexico State games.
What? So why couldn't we take home first from this one?
Because we're about a third the size of the biggest teams in the league.
Okay, so what we need to do, this is
what
all
we're doing is
quality over quantity, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
All right, so you might not win the trophy there, but fortunately for you, Jeff, we are aware of ex-WOBA. So what we need to do is we need to adjust the awards based off total number of competitors in all pools that are equal.
You extrapolate the numbers over how many children you have.
Yes.
And then obviously the YMCA would win.
Because in a lot of pools, a double could be a home run.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And we go through semifinals and a finals meet to decide all the points.
How long have you been an expert at this?
Well, I started swimming here at this YMCA in 1989.
Whoa. The same year
fantastic.
Taylor Swift was born?
Is that when Taylor Swift was born?
This is incredible.
Wait, the album 1989 by Taylor Swift was her birth year?
That is correct.
Learn something every day.
Oh, look at us. Learning new cool
It's one of the
things.
greatest bangers of all time.
Okay, not learning new cool things, just learning things.
Is there a soundtrack on the pool deck when you're out there?
Usually, yeah.
Does it feature Taylor Swift?
Frequently it does.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's all full circle.
How do you know that it's Taylor Swift?
All right, good question.
Because I don't know any of her songs.
I know every banger.
All of my assistant coaches know all that stuff.
How many
you know it's Taylor Swift and the kids go like that.
Whenever it comes on,
Yeah.
like Woo Kids. How many assistant coaches you got?
I got 7.
So that's the 10 kids per coach is the ratio?
Pretty much.
That's like one-on-one, basically.
Almost.
McLeod YMCA. Take registrations up until
Saturday.
And that is for immediate participation in the swim program. Fall sports, July the 3rd.
Yes.
And everything else is bangers here.
Yes, sir.
I love everything about this. You get a t-shirt?
No, you get a swim cap.
Does it say Kraken?
Yeah, it says release the Kraken.
All right, Van. Today's I-9 Varsity is the I-9 Varsity of cool catchphrases.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah, so today's I-9 Varsity, the I-9 Varsity of catchphrases. Put that on there. That's a good one.
In.
Kids that participate in the swimming program at the YMCA, in your opinion, they go on to do what community-wise? They have more involvement? They do better in school? Is it that type of connection? Or
Definitely.
Yeah.
You run into swim kids all over. And Sundance swim kids all over. And you make friends for your whole life.
Swim to me sounds like summer camp. Like swim to me sounds like the kids who are involved in this thing love it forever and keep that fellowship forever. Like you did. You've been a part of this since
1989.
Think back.
Is that another Taylor Swift reference?
I believe that one's actually Smashing Pumpkins, 1979.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a different year.
Well, I was trying.
All right, you're close enough.
How many lyrics do we really have here?
All of them.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm just saying. Her and Ice Spice have the #1 song in the entire country right now, and you two are acting like you don't know anything about Taylor Swift.
What is an Ice Spice?
Oh my gosh.
Is that a Starbucks thing? Is it like a latte? Is it a latte flavor?
Jeff, if I'm the coolest
I don't
guy
know
in
what
the
that
room,
is.
If I'm the coolest guy in the room, Jeff, we are in a lot of trouble.
Is it a Dunkin'? Or is it a Dutch Brothers thing?
There is no dunking in the pool. Everyone knows that.
I said Dunkin'. Oh, don't eat Dunkin' before you get in the pool.
Also, don't run on the pool deck. It's not because you'll fall and get hurt, but it's like if you stub a toe and then you can't put a bloody toe in the water. There's a whole bunch of rules to it.
I got to... Never mind.
If you... Van's over picking a scab.
Yeah,
you cannot get in the pool.
I had an itch, and then I picked out a scab. Now I can't get into the pool. Bummer.
Jeff, we appreciate you, brother.
Hey, thanks for having us.
We're going to step away. Whenever we get back, continued sports talk. We're live at the McLeod YMCA. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Claire.
Thank you, Bob. I was waiting for your music. My bad, brother.
No, that's okay. You were in an interview.
Texture says it's only about winning.
When you replace your roof, you want experience and attention to detail. That's Rocky Mountain Roofing. See their 5-star reviews at RockyMountainRFG.com.
Call on Rocky Mountain, the most trusted name in roofing.
This report is sponsored by Rocky Mountain Roofing.
All right, traffic right now. We do have police activity, Carlisle and Comanche. You're going to want to avoid that area if you can. Westbound on I-40, seeing more slowdowns. They're going to start around the interchange. They'll last until Rio Grande. Southbound I-25, dealing with congestion just south of Paseo. That'll last until Comanche. Westbound on Paseo right now between Jefferson and the river. We're seeing more traffic in that area. And also dealing with slowdowns northbound on 2nd Street at Montano.
This report is sponsored by Irish Spring, the fresh scent of Irish Spring. And those sensational Irish Spring suds are just the reset you need to own the day. Irish Spring. When the spring hits you, you're ready. Pick up Irish Spring at your local retailer today.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. I have the utmost respect for Damian Lillard. I respect his game. I respect his grind, and more than anything else, I respect his loyalty. In an era of NBA backstabbing and forcing your way out and jumping from super team to super team, Dame doesn't do any of that. He stands out because he is one of the last truly loyal superstars left in sports. He loves Portland. In fact, nobody has ever loved Portland the way Damian Lillard loves Portland. And Portland loves him back. But what about the Blazers? Are they as committed to him as he is to them? Looking at the last couple of years, I'm going to say no. Word comes yesterday from the GM, Joe Cronin, that he met with Damian and his agent, and they had a very good meeting, and that the team is committed to building around him. Show us, don't tell us. If I'm Damian and I'm looking around that locker room, I've got to bounce. There are other opportunities for him to win, better opportunities.
It's time to turn up your summertime fun with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. So whether you're camping, fishing, or at the beach with friends, don't forget to fill your cooler with those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Okay, team, lines already around the block, and we're open in 10. Yesterday, we had 3-hour wait time.
Chef Pierre's staff is a little under-seasoned.
Why is this pot not boiling yet?
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean, plate or a bowl? You work at La Pasta in La Cop.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Glasheen, Baez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers is a leading personal injury law firm in Albuquerque with a history of winning big for clients. The lawyers at GVI Law focus on catastrophic injury cases, including semi-truck wrecks, drunk driving car wrecks, and oil field injuries. They win, and they win big for their clients.
KG40BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now batting for the sports animal, your every drive.
Thank you.
2 men on.
Oh, I just smelled myself a stink.
Van Nunley and Fred.
Bummer.
And in the on deck.
Well, makes me glad I'm back here.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Yeah. You know, this something you can get a paper cut to. You know, something you can lay back and enjoy the legacy. It is. Yeah.
Hustle all the time, yeah, I ain't hard to find. No, I'm always on the grind with some money on my mind, but I like it.
It's official, boys.
But I like it.
New York Jets.
Cali weather, Cali trees.
A hard knocking.
Cali freeze, hustle never
The best choice, anyways.
Jock Tony joining us on the program. Jock, welcome back.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are we doing today?
That's fine. I'll just turn your microphone up if you're going to whisper.
New Jersey Jets super fan, Jock Tony.
New York Jets, thank you. Put some respect on my name.
Okay, just pull that microphone right up to your mouth. So
there we go.
Since you've been a New Jersey Jets fan for
who's your team again?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a team. I'm an adult.
Okay. Well,
I don't have a rooting interest in a sole team. I'm a fully functioning adult human being. I don't root for something I have no association with. It's like the New Jersey Jets.
I'm very associated. Don't worry, I'm very associated. When I'm yelling at that TV,
they hear you.
Let me call Coach right now for you.
Who is Coach?
It's me.
Who is the head coach of the New Jersey Jets?
Well, they just got a new one. I think it's Ime Udoka.
Oh, okay. Is he pretty good?
It should be Jacques Tony. I'm available, guys. Now listen,
new O-line.
Can you hear me? I'm available.
O-line, D-line coach.
Hey, I'll take any position. I'll be ball boy, bro.
When you sign up for a job like that, they make sure that you're not a fanboy.
I'm
like they go through your whole social media history. They do all this stuff to make sure that like you're not hardcore. They need neutral human beings.
Also, I can tell you're not really a fan of the New Jersey Jets because this is the end to Zach Wilson's mental stability.
Maybe he gets better because he's like watching someone actually play quarterback other than whatever he was doing before. Maybe. I'm not saying I want to keep the man. He's going to be good for trade offers. Like
he is not. No one. Everyone looks at the New Jersey Jets and says, "No."
But look what Sam Darnold's doing now. He's doing great things for his Panthers.
Yeah, once people get out of once these quarterbacks get out of New Jersey, they do fantastic.
No, we just ruin them forever, bro. What are you talking about?
No, they do not.
Sam Darnold is going to be Super Bowl champion this year for the 49ers.
No, come on, bro. You know it's coming to New York. It's coming home.
It took Geno Smith 3 stops after the New Jersey Jets to even get a chance to be good for 5 minutes.
Do you see?
No, it stops. No, I do not.
Geno Smith got out of New Jersey.
New York.
And then where?
Who?
It's not where they play.
New Jersey Jets. The whole time.
Geno Smith, it took him almost a decade to finally get the New Jersey off of him and start playing well.
He had to put on a New Jersey to get the New Jersey off of him.
That is correct.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
And just wait until that Salt Lake City expansion team comes up, and then Zach Wilson, the ex-New Jersey Jet, is their first franchise quarterback.
He's going to the XFL, bro. He's not a good quarterback.
Like the previous FL?
Are you both saying X like an ex-Mormon joke? Is that why you guys are making these? Because I like them. They're clever.
Oh, okay.
Are you worried he's going to get XFL communicated from
Nice.
a Mormon church?
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
What about Joe Namath, though? Like, he could come back and do it. Oh, wait, he's too busy. You're so pretty. How are you?
That's Broadway Joe, man. You got to respect that man.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
You really don't.
And also,
he's got me my own Super Bowl. So
you pronounce it wrong. It's Boardwalk, Joe. It's New Jersey. So they're in. We're going to watch the psyche of Zach Wilson as he absolutely collapses. They don't have any skilled guys. They have a weirdo veteran quarterback that yearns for attention but is going to act like he doesn't. A really fragile young coach and ownership group that is stupid weird. It might be the best one ever. Also, they have no chance of success.
Are you what do you do before you get on the air, bro? Like, because your mind is clouded right now.
These are facts.
Yeah, those are all facts.
Yeah.
I hate agreeing with the guy, but he kind of crushed it.
I'm killing it.
Yeah.
So Sauce is gonna win the MVP this year. Sauce.
MVP?
Yeah, MVP. I'm going all the
Barbecue
way.
sauce?
Is he going to take over for Aaron Rodgers?
You know, like cheese sauce.
Oh, because Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay, Cheeseheads.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, that guy.
So Aaron Rodgers left Green Bay, which is the worst city. Is there another way to describe it?
To live in for an NFL player?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he went to New Jersey, which is great.
New
Hobo,
Jersey's better than Wisconsin.
the city or the state?
Yeah.
Everything.
Is there New Jersey?
New Jersey is
Jersey City.
Jersey City.
Mm-hmm.
in the nicest way possible. New Jersey smells funny. So we'll just leave it at that. They're really not that great of a place, but the New York Jets, you know, just happens to.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them?
They used to be the New
Like
York
the ones
Jets.
that leave LaGuardia?
Is that what you're talking
Like
about?
those New York Jets?
They didn't leave LaGuardia.
Like
The
ones
JFK Jets?
that fly out of JFK? Like those
Is that what you're talking
Jets?
about?
Because the football Jets, those are from New Jersey.
Because
Oh.
at least Wisconsin has a city called Titletown.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't. Like New Jersey doesn't have Championshipville.
Championshipville.
Like that's not a place that exists. When Hard Knocks was booking flights to set up cameras and all these training, which by the way, the NFL, the Jets do not want this.
Nobody wants it.
Nobody
Jets
wants
don't want
this.
it, but you know they have the greatest Hard Knocks season in history, right?
They do.
All right. At least we can agree on one.
They're
thing
the
today.
absolute, yeah. The New Jersey Jets have the best Hard Knocks season ever. Also, no one else is trying to have that.
As far as entertainment value, as long as they catch this thing early and get a lot of Aaron Rodgers being an insane person,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be one of the best Hard Knock seasons ever.
When he shows
It's
up,
going to set viewership records.
what's that thing that Clint Eastwood wore in the movies? Whenever he hit the
poncho?
Yeah, when he shows up in like a weird, like hand woven.
He's gonna show up with a poncho and no shoes on.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, it's accurate.
With Aaron Rodgers wearing not a poncho, it's a drug rug.
A drug rug.
Drug rug.
He's
That's
wearing
what it's called.
You're going to show up in a drug rug and Birkenstocks.
No shoes. He's Jesus, man. He's coming to be our savior.
When he walks out of the parking lot and kicks off his Birkenstocks.
I don't think this-
because he's got, once he gets out of the parking lot, he's got to ground. You know, grounding is very important.
First of all, the second coming of Jesus is not going to be in New Jersey where there's a Mormon, the most prominent guy in town. Like, that's not how this thing works.
Why not? The first time was in the middle of a desert. Give Jersey a chance.
What if Zach Wilson super outplays Aaron Rodgers in the
Yeah, you can't even get through it. Couldn't even get through it.
Yeah, that's not happening, man. He's gonna
Position battle.
He's gonna live in his locker.
Oh gosh, it will not be good for the New Jersey Jets. That's all.
Only stat that Zach Wilson is capable of beating Aaron Rodgers is total MILFs hunted.
Oh,
that's it. That's totally.
Have you seen Aaron with the gray hairs? I think he wins that too, man.
Ooh, I don't know. If I was a cougar and was going to attack some unknowing young prey, I'd probably go over the little Mormon boy. That's what I would go
He
after.
don't even have no practice, bro. You said Mormon boy. He ain't got no fun.
Well, exactly. He doesn't know what's coming.
They're gonna have to teach him everything he knows.
If you're a lion, you don't go after like the fastest gazelle. You go after the little dumb one that doesn't know what's coming.
Oh,
Same
okay.
thing with cougars.
That's a super good analogy.
Thank you.
I like how instead of going, if you're a lion, you go after or a cougar, you went with lion. Like, you're not even going to talk about cougars, the actual thing.
Well, no, I can't. Yeah, I can't double compare cougars. You got to do the lion comparison and then to the cougars because one of them is going to pop up in your head. Both of them will not pop up in your head.
So, how about the YMCA? Yeah, we got this open house going on today, guys.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, $0 joining fee. Pay nothing until the 1st of July. Today only at the McLeod location, Tramway and Comanche.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better.
What's that?
You come down here. You mention Two Men On. You mention the boys. You mention Van and Fred.
You mention us.
You mention Billy Wagner Hall of Fame. You mention any of those things.
That last part you know.
Van will give you a free month.
Van's paying for your free month.
That's,
yeah, I like it
for sure. Right out of my pocket.
Somebody come claim it.
Right
please.
out of my pocket.
Let's make it 3 months.
Into your health.
It's $1 a day to be at the Y. It's literally the most affordable thing in the entire city.
It's the deal of the city.
You know what else it is here? Hot. You know what you can do? Come hang on the air conditioning. You know what else you can do? Join the swim team. You know what else you can do? Get your sweat on. You know what else you can do? Shower before you leave. Because I smell right.
You forgot about the massage too, bro.
Ooh.
I did forget the massage is back.
Yeah,
It's super
massage
strong.
is here.
What's up? Nick killing it?
Nick is killing it.
Oh my gosh.
Nick, Laura, the whole team. Everybody is doing their thing.
I could use a massage. When's your next opening?
Are there gift cards? Can you buy gift cards? And
You
give
can
me
buy
gifts?
gift cards for massagers also, yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yeah. You should buy everybody a massage, man. Like everybody in the building right now.
All right, first person to come by and get a new membership, I will give you a free month and buy you a massage.
I like that a
How
lot.
about that? Just
okay.
the first person to sign up.
Just the first one.
Yep.
And also, the gift card for the massage doesn't have to be for you. If you forgot to give your Father's Day gift,
boom.
You
give it right back to me. I'm a dad.
You give it to
boom.
to Van, who's a father.
How many kids you got now?
Just one adult.
Okay.
Yeah. Start young, end young, baby. Let's go.
Hey, don't forget the producer.
Also, the producer, Bob.
Bob Walpo.
Yeah. He could use a massage.
Now, all of a sudden, Jack Tony, thank you so very much for sitting with us, brother. I'm sorry to hear about the demise of your New Jersey Jets.
Jets 2024.
They're running for president?
The season that starts in 2024? Or this one that ends in
This is the year. I'm going to be a Cowboys fan all season, bro. This is the year. Like, this is what they say, right? So this is my year.
This is the most Jets thing for everyone who ever gets Hard Knocks for them to suck, then to all of a sudden be the one team that doesn't suck whenever Hard Knocks is on.
That's so sweet.
That's classic New Jersey Jets.
And all it took was a 4-time MVP.
Hey, New Orleans turned it down. Chicago didn't even get an invite for the Hard Knocks. So,
do they have a single player on their roster that's caught a pass?
You know, Randall Cobb is on my team now, right?
Yeah,
Alan Lazard is on the team.
He brought everybody
He
with
brought
him.
the whole squad, bro.
Yeah. He brought
the whole squad.
He brought Donald Driver out of retirement.
You two losers.
Yeah.
Green Bay was not winning with these guys.
Jermichael Finley's back.
They also didn't have an offensive line, which we also purchased this year.
Is Mark Chimera there?
Oh, you beat me to it. I was waiting for a Mark Chimera. Isn't he in prison?
Yeah, where's Najee Davenport? Is he ready to carry the rock?
in prison?
Playing the odds.
Yeah.
Was Maurice Clarett with them at that time?
Well, for real talk, Garrett Wilson's a dude.
Garrett Wilson
he
is
can
a beast,
go.
yes.
He can go.
So he has caught a
I'm really excited to
We
see
got a
what.
backfield this year.
Yeah.
We got Brees Hall healthy.
You get Dalvin Cook sometime next week too.
Maybe.
The real move is signing.
Once they bring them cameras, like Dalvin Cook's like Jets it is. I'll
Yeah,
take
that
one.
tracks.
Yeah.
I like it.
How come you can't just like have Saquon just park on the other side of the building? Like, why is it not that easy?
Because we could. We don't want that, man. That's
Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we don't want to take the whole Giants franchise right now. That's all the Giants have. Like,
They don't even have him. He's not on the team.
yeah, see, but we don't want. We like Dalvin Cook. That's a good look for us.
You would take Kadarius Toney in about 2 seconds.
I would. That's my cousin.
Cousin
Unofficially,
Kadarius.
but like,
What do you call him?
That's what unofficially, but yeah. I've been
KT?
cheering on for
Call
him.
him
KT from KC.
Yeah,
You call him KD or KT?
JT.
calls KT.
It's KT. It's
Because they're
Kadarius.
both. They're
It's not
both
just KD like Kadarius. I call him KD.
Kadarius. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You have better things where hardware. JPR can help make your yard a low-maintenance, water-saving oasis with gravel, base course, sand, crusher fines, flagstone, boulders, water features, and tow-away ready-mix concrete carts. Find a location near you at jprnm.com. This report is sponsored by JPR Incorporated.
Well, traffic right now, we got a lot of things going on. We've got an accident at the ramp from westbound I-40 onto Wyoming. Be careful if you're getting off the freeway there. Speaking of westbound I-40, you're going to see congestion as you approach the interchange. That'll last until Coors. Southbound I-25 moving really slow just south of Paseo. That'll last until Comanche. Paseo westbound between Jefferson and the river, traffic moving slow there as well. Northbound on 2nd Street at Montana, we're seeing a fair amount of congestion in that area. Also looks like we've got a fire that is affecting traffic on Wyoming, both directions, Wyoming near Comanche. So watch out if you're in that area as well.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
There are 3 seasons on the sports calendar: football season, non-football season, and smack-off season.
The Smack
date for
Off.
smack-off number 29 is Friday, June 30th. $5,000 to the winner, $0,000 to second place.
Don't worry, you're all winners, losers. It doesn't matter how much money you make this week if your heart's gonna explode the next. Take your best shot, tough guys. I'll see you in my driveway. Acknowledge me! God, I hate these guys.
June 30th. Come and get some.
On Wisconsin.
I love the smell of fresh cut grass.
What fresh cut grass? Our backyard is all weeds and dirt.
Well, I'm just letting my imagination run wild.
How about we drive to Just Sprinklers and do something about it?
Just Sprinklers has drought-tolerant bluegrass to cover your whole yard or fill in some dead spots. Ask the experts at your neighborhood Just Sprinklers how to install it yourself. The yard of your dreams is at the store near you. Visit justsprinklers.com.
It's time to turn up your summertime fun with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. So whether you're camping, fishing, or at the beach with friends, don't forget to fill your cooler with those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Okay, team, line's already around the block, and we're open in 10. Yesterday, we had 3-hour wait time.
Chef Pierre's staff is a little under-seasoned.
Is this pot not boiling yet?
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean, plate or a bowl? You work at La Pasta in La Cup.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The 4th of July is one of my favorite holidays, and American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center is celebrating the 4th of July too, with savings up to 40% off. They're making room for new warehouse lines, new styles, and new colors. So right now, you can get sofas starting at just $42 a month, big markdowns, final closeouts, and a floor sample sell-off. A good deal more for a great deal less. American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at Comanche and I-25.
Take us with
Back in 30.
service. Download the KNML app in the Google Play or iTunes App Store. Just search KNML.
Are we there?
Yep.
Okay, Mike's hot.
This is no joke, Bob. I'm going to talk a little bit about Buck Showalk here in a second. This is no joke, Bob.
Okay.
Van literally 2 seconds ago reached around from the left side of his body to the right side of his. What were you trying to do? Get a scratch?
I was
trying to scratch a scab or something?
I was grabbing a different pin out of my backpack.
So, no, let me please finish
please
this
go.
one, please.
Go on.
So he was reaching around from the left side of his body across his body to grab a pins. And what he did, and I'm not joking, Bob, because he spent so much time at the YMCA, He split the seam of his shirt.
I ripped out of my shirt.
He literally, due to the size of his muscles, jumped out of his own clothing. Thanks you to the YMCA. That shirt is ruined.
Yeah, adios this shirt. I kind of liked it too. It's like if you're not watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, it's like a white and it's got like blue and green little floral prints on it. It's been one of my favorite shirts all summer, and now it's trash because I'm getting so strong at the YMCA, because I start every day at the YMCA. I'm ripping out of my clothes.
Well, I can think of worse things to rip out of.
Okay, go on.
Yep,
your turn.
Just take it over.
Well, no, there's another article of clothing that is usually ripped. You know, when you talk about ripped clothing,
like ripping out of the Cocoon
Your
from
pants.
the '80s hit movie Cocoon.
That's a good question. So it looks to me here like Buck Showalter, Van. You're gonna have to catch me.
Immediately came here.
Oh, brand new member at the Y. We're being told. Congratulations to friend of the show, Sarah, who is now the newest member of the YMCA. So we like that. That's a big deal.
All right.
I told you.
Heard us on the way.
You just let people
doubled
know.
back and got a free month
Just
on
let people-
Van's
They
dime.
probably already passed the Y on their way home, and they said, "You know what? Sounds like such a good idea.
Such a good idea.
Come to the Y open house at McLeod. Hang out with us.
Welcome.
A lot of fun. Welcome to Team Sarah. All right, give me this Buck Showalter rundown, Van.
Okay, well, apparently somebody asked him who's the starting pitcher for tomorrow, and he has an existential meltdown.
What does this mean?
So they ask him, well, who's the pitcher for tomorrow? He's like, I don't know why everybody's all concerned about what happens in the future. Who's so obsessed about what's going to happen tomorrow? You want to know when you're going to die, too? What? Good Lord, Buck, tone it down a little bit.
What is he talking about?
He's losing his mind. He's going to lose his job. He's going to lose his mind, but he's going to lose his job first.
He's with the Mets, right?
Mets coach, correct.
The Mets are the worst team in baseball, right?
Compared to their salary, yes.
The Cardinals are the worst team in baseball.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
yeah,
So
compared to their fan base. Yeah, he's losing it. He is absolutely losing his expletive deleted.
Go ahead.
Why would you compare somebody's impending death to a question about who's the starting pitcher tomorrow?
Billy Epler.
It is a completely reasonable question.
Billy Epler, who is the GM there for the Mets, he said, alongside Steve Cohen, who's the owner, who's like the billionaire Steve Cohen, who does not care about luxury tax,
care about money.
And I get it. They both said, no, Buck's the guy to get us right. If you have to say that, it's not true. Buck is not the guy to get us right.
Historically, he hasn't been the right guy for anyone. You know what? Let's pick the guy that it's never worked for before.
Oh, you're going to go there with it?
Yeah. He's been doing it for 30 years. Like, why do you pick the guy that hasn't done it before? He's no Dusty Baker. It's not like Buck Showalter invented the high five all of a sudden.
I need you to not do that.
Also, shout out to friend of the show, Joe.
Yeah.
He says his clothes rip for another reason.
What?
Yeah. You infer that whatever you want.
What?
Yep.
How old is Buck Showalter?
Old enough to know better.
It's kind of wild to me. 67 years old. That makes him about, like a day younger than Steve Cohen?
Sure.
It's wild to me that you get so disconnected. You cannot be doing this thing for as many years as he's been doing it and then be thrown such a loop by a beat reporter. And by the way, the Mets have a lot of beat reporters. Like, there's a lot of dudes following the Mets.
New York. That's the example of, air quotes, the media.
Yes.
People attach articles to random words and say the media. That's New York.
And there's also like bonus media there right now because they're doing so poorly. The Sporting News is not covering the Mets every day. The Sporting News is now covering the Mets every day. And it's because they're so dang terrible.
Is it better entertainment that this thing, they spent $1 bazillion and it works and they're playing fantastic baseball? Or is this dumpster fire a way more entertaining story? Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer make more than the Reds and Pirates combined.
Say that again.
I will say that again. Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander make more than the Reds and Pirates combined. 2 dudes make as much as 52 dudes.
I'm trying to see here how many winning seasons Buck Showalter has had. It's not as many as you think.
No, it's not. And again, his timing is poor. He's on the Rangers when they sucked. He's on the Orioles when they sucked. Now he's on the Mets. They obviously suck.
His time with the Yankees weren't world beater Yankees as well. Had a 4th place finish in 92.
They got rid of him and then they got good. You see what happens?
Because they got rid of him in 95 after losing the division, 96, 97, 98.
Yeah. 96, Derek Jeter comes in. And then Derek Jeter, Bernie Sanders.
So Derek had been there before.
No, that's right.
Yeah, so Derek got drafted in 92.
2, and you've been there in 4.
Yeah. Now, he was playing with Buck Showalter.
Correct.
Poorly.
But Buck Showalter left, and he turned into Derek Jeter.
He was Derek Jeter in the 95 season when they lost in the divisional. He was a little bit Derek Jeter at like the end of the 94 season, but the strike, blah, blah, blah.
Quote, exactly, quote, "What is it with knowing about things before they happen? Do you want to know about when you're going to die?" Listen, Buck, they just wanted to know who's pitching tomorrow. They don't need your Socrates stuff here, buddy. All right, your Nietzschean outlook on life doesn't need to impact this poor little writer's room just having a little press conference.
Just so wild to me.
Okay, I said Nietzschean on a sports show today. That's a first.
On any sports show.
On any sports show ever.
Steve Cohen says he'll hold a news conference before Wednesday night's game. You will, quote, "You will get it from me straight." What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. That's dumb. We have known knowns, and we have known unknowns, and we also have unknown knowns. But the biggest problem here, and who's pitching tomorrow, is the unknown unknowns. It doesn't mean anything. It's stupid.
35 and 43. That's 8 games below 500. That's the worst they've been thus far this season. 16 games back of the best team in baseball, which is the Atlanta Braves.
They're so good.
They're incredibly good.
For pennies on the dollar.
Also, they're incredibly good against garbage. The NL East is garbage.
The Phillies are going to rush back.
No,
the Mets will be better.
Nah.
The Marlins are a revelation, and the Nationals exist.
They suck.
Yeah, the Nationals are sad. It's sad. Good. It's a really sad thing to watch.
Buck Showalter is. I hope he stays with them.
He's gone.
They're a joke organization.
He's gone tomorrow. He is losing it. You have to do something to change the fate of this team. Blame it on the manager.
If Steve Cohen comes out today and says we're changing everything right after GM Billy Epler came out today and said we're changing nothing, that is exactly what the New York Mets would do.
Yes, absolutely.
They're terrible. Their players are old and washed up outside of their first baseman.
Buck Showalter seems really nice, too.
I don't know if that's true.
He seems above average, nice levels. I'm not rooting against the guy, but you trying to give an existential crisis to some little beat reporter who just wants to know who's pitching tomorrow, you got to go.
Works for me.
Adios, Buck. Come join the sports animal. We have all the Bucks.
Wait, why?
Cumulus Networks.
Aaron Buck?
We got Aaron Buck Burnett. We got a JJ Buck. We previously had a Buck D. Come on.
I'm into
Taking on all comers.
All right, Van. Lots of trades in the NBA. You want to go down that road?
I can do that.
Speculation whenever we get back. It's 2 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored.
And you're clear.
The Dell Technologies Summer Sale event starts now with savings on select PCs powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Plus, get deals on select accessories and free shipping on everything. Save now by calling 877-ASK-DELL.
With the rain coming down over much of the metro, things moving slow in a lot of places. We'll start with westbound on I-40. Right around Carlisle, you're going to run into slowdowns. They're going to last until Unser. You're going to want to be really careful going through there. Southbound I-25, just south of Paseo, all the way down to Comanche, traffic moving slow. Both directions of I-25 between Gibson and Central, we're seeing slowdowns there. Westbound on Paseo from Jefferson to Coors, dealing with congestion in that area also. Also, crash cleanup continuing Wyoming and Comanche. We're seeing slowdowns in all directions in that area.
Brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Venue Plus for local insight and answers about answer puzzles, sports or shopping, comics or movies, events, dining, music, television, and more. Get all your entertainment and recreational questions answered. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Look at this over between two surprise teams. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with BetQL. The Reds and Orioles continue to surprise this season, with both contending for first place in their respective divisions. The BetQL model expects some fireworks in tonight's game. BetQL has over 8.5 runs as a 5-star best bet. They see a half run of value on the over. I'm Joe Ostrowski. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL app.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150. Free bottle for a limited time. So call now, 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150.
It's time to renew New Mexico. If you have Medicaid or SNAP, you must renew to keep your benefits. If you have moved, update your contact information at yes.state.nm.us or call 1-800-283-4465. You will be mailed a turquoise envelope when it is time to renew. Your Medicaid and SNAP benefits are very important. To learn more, go to renew.hsd.nm.gov and renew New Mexico.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, trunk lids, license plate holders, and headlights. They've got lots of headlights. When you need parts, get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. Nothing says summer like an ice-cold Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted! Twisted Tea Nothing says summer like an ice-cold Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted! Twisted Tea
Back in 30?
For the world, but his roofing business has hit new lows because when people search for roofer near me,
So that essay that I mentioned to you last hour,
which means Ryder's Roofing is not.
the essay that I mentioned to you last hour, Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex.
Yeah.
It is taken as a serious topic, but yes, it's quite interesting.
On the map today, ULUSBoost.com. Cumulus Boost. Get on the map.
This is where New Mexico comes for sport. 95.9 FM and AM 610.
And your mic is hot.
Man, I will never be as loyal to you as Damian Lillard is to the Portland Trailblazers.
So what are you saying? That you're going to say that you never believe me, but you actually do when the price is right? Is that what you're saying?
He said yesterday in a meeting, quote, I don't want to pressure the Blazers. I want to give them time to see what they can do in free agency. What?
They're just at a standoff, and that they're waiting for someone to make the first move. Portland wants to move on. Dame wants to move on, but he's such a stalwart of that franchise, neither of them can say it first.
It's so cliche. Like, how does he not go on to be like, I'm just going to stay focused on winning? Like, it's the most cliche thing ever.
You can't focus on winning when your team is garbage. Focus on playing well. Focus up on getting an MVP vote or two every year. But you know your team ain't going to do squat.
Is Damian Lillard's life been so hard that he only focuses, like, on the grind? Like, does he not know there's other ways to do this thing?
Sure.
It doesn't have to be, like, you don't have to be God's strongest warrior. Like, you can go sign with the Heat.
Yeah, just go play on the Heat.
Go get traded to the Heat.
The Heat were in the finals. Can you imagine the Heat with Dame Lillard? That's a championship-level team.
Also, with the Nurkic kid, like, they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of everything. They just don't have anyone who stays healthy. They got dudes that might have breakout seasons coming up. There's a lot, right? There's a lot.
Scoot Henderson ain't going to change anything.
No, he might be the most talented teenager in the league.
He's very good at basketball. But you can't just add one Scoot Henderson to the Portland Trailblazers, who, by the way, lost like 83 games last year. You can't just add one Scoot Henderson and be like, oh, we're great now. We got this kid.
It's kind of an annoying narrative. Because it's like the best players should try to go and play elsewhere if their team is not giving them the effort they deserve.
Yes. Do Dame a favor. He's got, what, 3 more like elite years in him? Let him play somewhere where he's got a chance. He ain't got a chance at Portland.
He ain't got a chance.
What are you going to do? And you're going to suck in like get him a Paul George? You're going to get him you're going to steal Bam Adebayo from the Heat? The Heat's going to just go the other way with it? No, they're not.
Well, that's the thing with Portland. You have to trade to get because no one's trying to go to Portland. And there's a bunch of like, come weirdo, hippie, Portland's a cool city. Portland is not. Portland sucks.
I think Portland used to be lovely. I haven't been there in a while, so I can't speak to it. But Portland used to be fantastic.
I have been to Portland within the last calendar year. It sucks.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The weather sucks. The city sucks. What's the best way to say this without sounding weird on the radio? There is a crime and drug issue in the city. It's not safe. It's just not a cool spot. Also, everything that used to make them cool is just a stolen bit from Austin. It's just their identity is a bunch of stolen bits. And that's what you'd have to do to make a basketball team work, is get bits from other teams.
That's very Portland of them.
It's very Portland of them.
It used to be lovely.
You know what?
I spent some time in Portland. I've been there a few different times,
man,
and I enjoyed it every time. But it was a long time ago.
Every place is like, we're the coolest macaroni and cheese spot. Like, everything sucks about it.
Best cup of coffee in America.
Says who?
Everyone.
They do.
Everyone says that.
World famous pie. Yeah. No, you don't.
We got the best slice of pizza you've ever had in your life.
And they're up there. This is real. The Timbers are a bigger team.
What's a Timber?
That's a good point. It's a crappy soccer team.
Okay.
In a crappy soccer league.
Sweet. Also, by the way, Portland used to be fantastic. I'll say that again. Haven't got my eyes on it myself.
I'm telling you.
I've heard horrible things.
I was at arm's length.
Rural Oregon is scary.
Yeah.
Rural Oregon is like one of the most hills have eyes places in this country.
It's lawless.
Yeah.
No one is trying to go to Portland by choice.
Bend, Oregon, though, on the other hand, it's just the nicest place on earth.
Eugene, if you're into college stuff.
Who's that?
Yep. Portland is not for any sensible human being. People that go to Portland don't go to Portland for sports.
Right.
And the NBA is freaking expensive. Portlander is not trying to drop several $100s on a deal because it's not like when you were quote unquote kids. You have to have a good product. Portland does not have a good product.
Yeah, and sorry, Dame Lillard, but Portland likes Gonzaga better than you anyways.
It's not even in the same state. That's like a whole state over.
They still do.
They like Portland State better.
No, they don't.
We're sitting down with a fun friend whenever we get back. Obviously, we're having a lot of fun at the McLeod YMCA. Come hang out with your boys. It's open house. I know we're signing up members because they keep coming up and ringing the bell or whatever.
Yep.
So, first of all, thank you to the friends of the show coming out.
0% sign up fee.
Yeah.
1 free month on van. How about that? Sink your teeth into this thing. This place is amazing. There's 2 great ones. How about that? McLeod branch and the Horn branch.
2 great YMCAs.
Flip a coin. They're both fantastic.
2 great YMCAs and 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored.
Clear, Fred, I have a question.
You do anything to keep your vehicle happy. Let's make sure it stays running smoothly. With eBay Guaranteed Fit, the right parts are just a click away. When you see the green check, you know that part will fit. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
With the rain coming down over much of the metro, things moving slow in a lot of places. We'll start with westbound on I-40. Right around Carlisle, you're going to run into slowdowns. They're going to last until uncertain. You're going to want to be really careful going through there. Southbound I-25, just south of Paseo, all the way down to Comanche, traffic moving slow. Both directions of I-25 between Gibson and Central, we're seeing slowdowns there. Westbound on Paseo from Jefferson to Coors, dealing with congestion in that area also. Also, crash cleanup continuing Wyoming and Comanche. We're seeing slowdowns in all directions in that area. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KQOB Traffic Center.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sports Minute. Breakups are hard. Damian Lillard and the Blazers seem to have an idea that they might be best apart. We've all been there. Logic says it's time for a change, but no one wants to be the bad guy. Lillard is 32. He's not competing for a title in Portland. They met with Lillard yesterday and say they want to build around him. But whether it's today, tomorrow, or down the road, at some point, both parties will realize it's time to move on. I'm Andrew Perloff.
CBS Sports Registration is now open for the Lobo Cancer Challenge. Cancer can affect anyone at any stage of life, and you can unite with us against cancer and raise money for the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center. Choose your bike, run, walk, or stair challenge for this September 23rd event and get your dedication bib and t-shirt. Plus, every dollar raised supports cancer patients, cancer research, outreach, and training right here in New Mexico. Sign up now or get more details online at lobocancerchallenge.org. And we'll see you on race day.
American Home has over 85 years of experience in mattresses. We've partnered with the #1 most trusted mattress brands in America, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy Posturepedic. And we've selected the perfect 30 best beds in the industry just for you. We believe these 30 mattresses will give you the healthy and restful sleep you deserve. Plus, we've got you covered with the perfect 30 guarantee. And take advantage of 60-month financing. American Home Furniture and Mattress.
Walking through a junkyard. Each red car tells a story. This one, very sad. She'd been drinking and driving. Oh, and this one, terrible. The driver was drunk and drove clear off the road. And this one was my family. A drunk driver hit us, and my wife and our daughter. They didn't make it.
Drinking and driving causes far too many tragic stories. It's time to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
Did you know that Indigo Mortgage has had the same name and ownership for 20 years now? I can think of only a tiny handful of local mortgage companies that can make that claim. I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage, and proud to say that over the last 20 years, we have helped many homeowners in our community finance their homes with honesty and integrity. And in today's mortgage environment,
1 minute, Fred, I have a question.
working for them, not an application taker.
Okay, on your podcast audio, do I include the open?
Yes.
We can most often find the right.
Okay. what about liners coming back?
Sure.
And please shop around to be
Well, I'm just trying to make sure of what you want.
your mortgage. And as
that's fine.
always, be sure to include your trust.
Well, if that's not the way you've been doing it, I didn't want to change it.
No strong opinion from me.
36570
Okay.
legal mortgage, NMLS.
So you got 30 seconds to rejoin.
Else here. Do you know how expensive it is?
About face
Oh, and
tattoos.
the fork.
Do like me and just get it repainted. Hire the professionals at CertaPro Painters and they'll make your home look brand new. They're honest, clean, friendly, and they have the attention to detail to not only increase the value of your home, but protect your stucco with a new coat of paint. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Schedules fill up fast, so now's the time to act. For your home or business, do like me and hire CertaPro.
The sports animal is now 27 years old. What we're saying is, it's now not creepy to tell us how good we look for our age. Just remember, we're not that kind of station. Creeper.
Back live at the YMCA. Oh, I'll start over. I'm sorry, Bob. Back live at the McLeod YMCA. Sarah Yukali joining us on the program. Sarah, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're just talking tattoos. The Love Boat has one more tattoo than I do.
What does that mean?
I have 0 tattoos. The Love Boat had that little guy named Tattoo, as they had one.
All right, that's clever.
That was Fantasy Island.
Was it?
That's Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
The Love Boat?
The plane.
Yeah, how
Thanks, Bob.
you been telling this terrible joke?
This is the first time. I just thought of it. Very relevant. Very relevant, fresh joke.
That joke was as bad as a submersible going to see the Titanic.
No, that was a way better idea.
Sarah Yukali joining us. Personal training, obviously TRX, obviously cycling, obviously all things YMCA.
And yoga.
Hold up.
What?
You start your day with yoga, then at some point you cycle, then at some point you TRX, and then you go home tired and fit?
Yeah.
God, that's a good life.
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to change the TRX times so we can come?
I don't know.
Never? The answer is never? We
Probably not. Yeah.
can't? Dang it. When is the TRX?
It is, well, the next session is starting in August on the 21st, and it will be Mondays and Wednesdays from 4 to 5 p.m.
4 to 5.
It's like another show. Like, what's the deal?
I don't know.
Sarah puts her hands up like it's not radio.
Sorry.
She goes, eh.
Yeah, we had tried to do a morning one at Horn,
Sure.
but we never got enough people to sign up for it.
With Y360, we can take a class every 15 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's super sweet.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that so much.
What is the most popular class right now? What do you can't get people out of?
Here at this branch,
Yeah.
I think it's a full body workout on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Veronica. I think she told me she had 23 people in there today.
Ooh.
And she is a fabulous instructor. She's amazing. Body pump is also very, very popular.
I've done body pump before. That's a good workout.
Silver Sneakers we always have good attendance in there. That's the class that's kind of designed for older folks.
I've yet to do Silver Sneakers.
Is it like an osteoporosis, like a wear thing? Is it that kind of idea?
No, I mean, it's just a fitness class that's designed for seniors, but anybody can come to it.
Yeah.
And, you can get a good workout. They do hand weights. They use bands. They use these little balls. And you can do it in a chair if you're mobility challenged, or you can stand up and do the class and get a really good workout. So
the membership right now at the Y is higher than it was even pre-pandemic, which is kind of incredible. That's a neat thing. How is everyone experiencing it? Is everyone that walks in through the first door, are they all doing the exact same thing, or is it taking advantage of the entire facility?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that people join the Y for. I mean, some people only do group classes and they never step foot in the gym. Some folks only do the gym and they don't do any group classes. I like doing both of them because, I like to do my own workout, but I also really enjoy doing group classes, teaching them, taking them, because I get a lot out of just that group, mentality and that group energy. So, Yeah, and then some people join. They want their kids to participate in the camps or sports, or there's just so many different things for people to take advantage of here at the Y.
What's the big push this summer?
I mean, I guess it's probably camps. We have a lot of specialty camps. We've got Camp Shaver, of course. That's always a big exciting thing. We have our swim team this year as well. So the kids were out there trying to get us a team photo in between rainstorms, but I think they got it in. So, yeah.
Did the rain ruin their belly flop contest?
I don't know. They were talking about it, but I think somebody saw some lightning, so maybe they were not able to do that.
We saw it. The person was going to finish last in the belly flop.
Oh yeah,
the party poopers who saw it.
Yeah.
Benedict Arnold over
That's
there.
how I feel.
Yeah.
Also, have you ever seen those videos of like lightning hitting a pool?
No.
It's like terrifying. It's like the scariest.
Yeah. You don't want to mess around with that.
That's literally
I know what I'm Googling during the commercial break.
Do not Google that.
Okay, I won't.
It is terrifying.
Yeah, I believe you.
I mean, you have zero fear of lightning, and I don't like that.
I don't have a lot of fears.
Lightning should be on the list.
I have an rational fear of electricity, so that's pretty close.
I have an rational fear that there'll be a shark in the pool.
Yeah, that is irrational. I would say that's just irrational, not rational.
In Albuquerque, it's a little irrational.
What if I dive to the bottom to get like a diving toy and I come up and I can't quite like clear the water from my eyes quickly, and then all of a sudden there's a shark?
I
think fish are friends, not food. So, I mean, sharks are usually a little cooler now. The orcas, though, you got to walk.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think the friends of the show handle Van sneaking in his weird vegetarian like life all the time?
Are you
It's from
vegetarian?
a movie.
Yeah, it's from Finding Nemo.
See? Boom. She gets my references.
So obviously I've never seen that.
She even helps my reference. She corrects my references.
Yes.
I'm an adult.
It's Fantasy Island. It's not Love Boat. It's Fantasy Island, you fool.
I haven't seen an animated movie since the summer of 1996 when Toy Story took this great country by storm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Space Jam.
Not animated.
Oh.
And that was
because that was real life.
Also, that was before the summer of 96.
Save the planet.
The original Toy Story came out more recently than the last time that the Dallas Cowboys were in an NFC championship game.
10,027 days.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah. No,
that sucks for Cowboys fan.
Yeah, it does.
Delusional Cowboys fan.
Yeah. One of my clients, my personal training client, she has got a Dallas Cowboys jacket with all the years of their championships on it, and every time she wears it, I know I'm like, yeah, that's rough. Yeah.
They're not making that jacket.
No. That's an old jacket.
That is a very old jacket.
Yeah. Yep.
If you were to go to get the updated version of that jacket, it's the same jacket.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Nostalgia's cool again. I mean, the 90s are back, and that's when the Cowboys were good.
What does that sentence mean? The 90s are back.
Fashion, style, music. Yeah, the 90s are back.
No, it is not.
Watch out. Yeah, high-waisted pants.
Are you telling me that Motown Philly is back again?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
get excited.
Sorry, Kylie. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
When's your next class that Van can skip out on?
Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Cycle.
Cycle?
Yep.
Is it outside? Where are we going?
No, it's indoor cycling.
Oh.
It's like a super nice room that Van's got.
Yeah. Have you seen the cycle studio here?
Of course I've seen it.
Okay.
I know every square inch of this facility.
Okay.
It's a beautiful place.
All right.
I haven't cycled in it, though.
Have I? I haven't seen the men's locker room.
You want to go?
No, that's okay.
Okay. I'll clear it out
Van,
for
go
you.
clear out the locker room for Sarah.
But otherwise, I've been all over this way.
Final hour of the program whenever we get back. Tune in on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
And you're clear.
Thank you.
This message is brought to you by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. TJ Trout here, and spring fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to go buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
With traffic right now, things are still really busy out there. Westbound on I-40, you're going to run into slowdowns as you approach Carlisle. Those are going to last until lunch, so be patient and be careful. as you make your way through there. That is also causing some slowdowns both directions of I-25 trying to exit onto westbound I-40, so be aware of that as well. Southbound I-25, things still moving slow between Osuna and Comanche. Westbound on Paseo, congestion continuing between Jefferson and the river. Rio Bravo headed west right now, still dealing with slowdowns between Broadway and Isleta. And westbound Montano from Rio Grande to Coors, traffic moving slow in that area.
This report is brought to you by Blake's Lotta Burger.
Nathan's Hot Dogs are back at Blake's. The new larger lot of dogs are made with 100% premium beef with no fillers. Try a classic or with Blake's chili con carne and cheese. You asked and they listened. Available for a limited time at Blake's Lotta Burger.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you can only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150. Free bottle for a limited time. So call now, 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150.
Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Injury Lawyers is a leading personal injury law firm in Albuquerque with a history of winning big for clients. The lawyers at GVI Law focus on catastrophic injury cases, including semi-truck wrecks, drunk driving car wrecks, and oil field injuries. They win, and they win big for their clients.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
KNNL AM Albuquerque is the sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
And your mic is hot.
On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
And welcome back to the program, Duke City. You listen to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. 2 hours in the books, 1 hour to go. Having a lot of fun out here at the McLeod branch of the YMCA on Comanche, just a shade west of Tramway. A special open house deal today, $0 join fee, and Van's going to give you a month free on the house. Actually, not on the house, on Van. It's coming right out of Van's pocket. So get out here, get yourself a $0 join fee and a free month here at the YMCA. Amazing group fitness classes, all the stuff for your kiddo. There's a pool next door, and the facilities are fantastic, whether it's here at the McLeod branch or on Indian School in between Carlisle and San Mateo at the Horn branch. We got all of your needs covered here at the YMCA. As always, we're live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy mobile studio. We play on Team I-9. We start our days at the YMCA. Lunch and a milkshake, that goes down at 66 Diner. It's Throwing Thursday this Thursday at ABQ Axe, as the boys are going to give you $7.50 off per person, per hour, per lane. While you're at ABQ Axe, have a little sipper on some Red Door beer. Get all of your sports merch at the Duke's Team Store in the weekends. That's for Teller Vodka, New Mexico's vodka. A lot of NFL speculation today. Where's DeAndre Hopkins going? Where's Dalvin Cook going? Where's Leonard Fournette going? I know where Leonard Fournette is going right now. He's going to the car dealership to get a new car, as Leonard Fournette was driving down the interstate and his car catches fire. Luckily, no one was injured. Let him and his family out. Emergency services were there to put out the fire. But I guess his offseason is quite the dumpster fire. But today, it was a car fire. And luckily, Leonard Fournette got out alive. Who knows where he's going to be playing next year. But Leonard Fournette is going to need a new car, as his caught on fire today. Speaking of fire, the trade and free agency speculation in the NFL is on fire. Where's Dalvin Cook going to go? Where's DeAndre Hopkins going to go? Dalvin Cook hinted at wherever he goes, he wants DeAndre to join him. Allegedly, Dalvin Cook has offers all across the NFL, half a dozen at least, maybe as many as 10 offers for Dalvin Cook's services. He's going to weigh his options before he goes anywhere. But DeAndre Hopkins would also like to join forces with Dalvin Cook, and you get both of them on a contender right now. That sounds like the kind of deal that can push somebody over the top and make them the real deal in the NFL. If you're just a couple of offensive pieces away and you can get Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins at the exact same time, you're going to jump on that. The question is, who has money to pay both of these guys? Because number one, Dalvin Cook's a running back. We talk about it all the time on this program, that running backs ain't worth squat in this league anymore. If you're not Derrick Henry and if you're not Christian McCaffrey, you're not going to get paid in this NFL because running backs are replaceable. Dalvin Cook has a younger brother on the Bills, just as big, just as strong, just as fast, making 10% as him. Why don't you just want the younger brother? Less mileage, less hits, less potential concussions, less potential CTE. Unless you are the top 0.1%, unless you're that kind of running back, you're not going to get paid in this league. So quit trying to chase these huge contracts. Milk it while you got it, and hopefully you could find up success and maybe hoist a Lombardi trophy. Is there any teams out there, is the question, that can afford both Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins? I mean, the salary cap numbers, I mean, what is really the salary cap? Who has the most salary cap? I mean, you can just make up these numbers. You can shift it. You can put the years out. You can sign a signing bonus heavy contract and spread out the years. But I mean, there's a few teams that could afford both of these players. And I mean, I'm looking at the Bears. I'm looking at the Panthers, who just re-upped on wide receivers. The Cowboys, by some miracle, have $24 million left. You can throw both Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins on some of these teams. So we got the Bears, $31 million of cap space. Panthers, $27 million of cap space. Cowboys, $24 million of cap space. The Colts, $23 million of cap space. These seems like those are the only four. Arizona Cardinals as well, $23 million cap space. Those are the only 5 teams that can afford both Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins.
Sorry it took so long to get back, Van. No one's going to Arizona or Indianapolis.
No one wants to go to Arizona or Indianapolis Colts. That leaves the Dallas Cowboys, Carolina Panthers, and Chicago Bears as really the only 3 realistic teams that can sign both of these dudes.
Sorry it took so long as well. There was a friend of the show signing up front at the Y, and I was saying hello.
Another one?
Thank you for asking.
Another one.
Here's the problem with your combination signings. And I think football is the one sport where you can just plug a guy in and it works. You know what I mean? Baseball is maybe a little bit more. Whenever you get there, say if you're Saquon or you're D-Hop or whatever, you can't just look around at your new teammates and go, you guys suck. And that's what these teams are that you're talking about. It's a bunch of dudes that suck. So that's why you don't get them both. Any team that brings in 2 studs is a team that has no studs.
Well, there's a few teams that can afford it, but I don't know if any of them want to.
They don't. I know that. I'm telling you that.
The Jets want one of them. They don't want both of them. The Vikings want one of them. They don't want both of them. They obviously don't want the guy that they just got rid of.
Any team that needs both of these dudes is a team that's not worth going to. Because there's just not enough talent there. And that's why you have to stay away literally forever. So they won't end up in the same squad. They'll end up going wherever.
I mean, Carolina Panthers just got that itty-bitty tiny rookie quarterback who's just absolutely adorable. I'm rooting for him. And they got a brand new shiny wide receiver, actually 2 brand new shiny wide receivers. If they add Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins, which they can't afford, I think the Carolina Panthers leapfrog the New Orleans Saints as the favorite in the South.
There's no quarterback, man. Like, players know better than anyone, more than fans, more than pundits, more than talking heads. There's 0 point to sign with a team with no quarterback. And normally I'm like, just go and get your bag wherever, right? The NFL is the league where winning affects your bag. It doesn't, basketball doesn't matter. Baseball doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The NFL, you have to win some or you don't get some. No one's going to these teams with these loser quarterbacks. It's just not happening.
Yeah, I don't blame them. And I don't blame them for trying to package something together so where they can both go to a same contender. But all the teams who are contenders have separate needs. And one of them, I mean, for the real teams, who have a chance at the Super Bowl, nobody wants a $10 million running back.
Nobody
wants that.
There's 2 teams that want them, Tennessee and San Francisco. That's it.
Yeah, because they already got them. They got the 2 best ones.
Just can't get rid of them.
If you want to take a pay cut and go to a contender and chase a ring, I get it. Get what you're worth. Chase the market. Get your bag. Get as much money as you can. But otherwise, you're going to have to take a pay cut to go to a contender. Dalvin Cook allegedly has multiple offers on the table.
Okay,
I guarantee you none of them are in the double millions of dollars range.
Okay. He has 1 offer for Miami, and what he's doing is he's claiming he has lots of offers. This is every single player. This is, I'm considering a lot. You're not. The one team is going to bring you in. The deal's already done. It's already set. But Miami was like, hey, make it look like you're super valuable so when we end up with you, we look like winners. And we don't look like we picked you amongst – is this like a win-win PR thing? The Patriots don't want him.
Patriots are they will never, ever once pay for
the Jets
a
and the Broncos
back.
Don't want him.
They already got one. They both already got a good running back. They don't need him.
They don't need him. Miami do. But you're right, 8.5.
Yeah, he'll get less than 10.
8.5 over 2.
2 years, 2 years, 3 years tops. Incentive heavy, yard marker, carry heavy contract. And I don't see why every running back doesn't do that. Take a pay cut and try to get some incentives.
We got to go to break here, but I got a little bit of breaking news, Van. Former NFL quarterback, also Arkansas quarterback Ryan Mallett, dead today at 35.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he played 7 seasons in the NFL. He was coaching high school football in Arkansas. He drowned today, Van. He was, and I think this is the 10th registered drowning in this area of the world, but in this month. But the Florida Panhandle, like Gulf Shore of Alabama, like Destin kind of area. Rip currents are no joke. I know we live in the desert. That's not really a conversation to have here. But Ryan Mallett, who you know from the University of Arkansas and you know from NFL play, also if you're super into football, you remember he was at Michigan for some time and then made that transition over. But dead at the age of 35, at drowning while on vacation with his family. So that's a tough one. Oh.
Goodness. What a tragedy.
Oh.
35.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by Sandia Area.
Claire.
Why wait for a Friday payday? Get paid up to 2 days early with a free checking account at Sandia Area. Open yours today at sandia.org. Sandia Area. Better banking without the bank. Restrictions apply. Member eligibility required.
Traffic right now. Things still moving really slow westbound on I-40. Starting around Carlisle, those slowdowns will last until Coors. You're going to want to watch yourself going through there. Dealing with slowdowns still southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. And westbound Paseo right now. Jefferson to the river. Traffic still moving slow in that area. Also seeing quite a bit of congestion. Alameda westbound between 2nd Street and Coors.
Brought to you by Folds of Honor. Join the Folds of Honor at their 8th annual Patriot Shootout, July 7th at Isleta Golf Course. This 4-man scramble with fantastic prizes, including a $20,000 hole-in-one cash prize. To sign up, Google NM Folds of Honor. The proceeds help families of disabled or fallen soldiers and first responders.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
There are 3 seasons on the sports calendar: football season, non-football season, and smack-off season.
The Smack
date for
Off.
smack-off number 29 is Friday, June 30th. $5,000 to the winner, $0,000 to second place.
Don't worry, you're all winners, losers. It doesn't matter how much money you make this week if your heart's going to explode the next.
Take your best shot, tough guys. I'll see you in my driveway.
Acknowledge me!
God, I hate these guys.
June 30th. Come and get some.
On Wisconsin.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring today.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching a kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Put up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe, here to tell you the biggest thing I've learned about insurance companies over the years, and it's really simple. They don't care about you. That's it. Insurance companies are publicly traded companies who have an obligation to their shareholders to deliver profits. They have teams of investigators, adjusters, and lawyers all working against you from the moment you call them, and they want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. Hurt in a wreck? Call Lerner Rowe today.
Carlos Ubi Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Licensed to Nevada.
Hey, it's me, Ruthie from Total Wine and More.
Yes?
Raising their prices lately? Well, move your speaker a little closer because I've got a big secret.
Say again?
Thanks for
Total
filling in
Wine
today.
is actually lowering our price.
Oh, yeah. Not a problem.
Good day, Marie. Guys, take care.
And even better, our new lower prices on
No, she went home to clean house so that she can go on her vacation.
Total Wine we love helping our customers save big. With the lowest price.
At least that's what I think she did because she mentioned that she hadn't cleaned house yet and was kind of really glad to see me.
Shop the best deals of the summer now at Lowe's. Save up.
So
select major kitchen appliances. And for a limited time, save up to $3,165 on select 4-piece LG kitchen suites. Plus, save on hanging baskets.
So I'll be filling in July 3rd
Offers valid for 6/20
with you guys.
amount. Hanging basket offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
It's time to turn up
Back in 1 minute.
with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. So whether you're camping, fishing, or at the beach with friends, don't forget to fill your cooler with those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewer Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please do responsibly.
Okay, team, lines already around the block, and we're open in 10. Yesterday, we had 3-hour wait time.
Chef Pierre's staff is a little
Why
under-seasoned.
is this pot not boiling yet?
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean, plate or a bowl? You work at La Pasta in La Cup.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sport.
Mike's hot.
Rap charts make the art fade away.
Goddamn props, shows been rocked. Old to the greats that takes the boom box into the bus stop. The bootlegs are hot, the days fade away, won't stay on the block. So true, they do to get paid. The art that they made.
Back on the program, live from McLeod YMCA.
We own you like slaves. That thought they took to the graves. Fast forward, flow so historic.
Thank you to the friends of the show coming out, joining the live. An exciting little fun thing.
Yeah.
Here's a fun thing.
Special open house today. That's a fun thing. Come tour the facility. They'd love to show you around. If it's like at 6:56 or later, I'll show you around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll show you around and I'll give you a free month. How about that?
Good deal. It's a good deal if I've heard a good deal.
Just the showing around part is a huge deal. Also, I'll give you a free month.
The Lakers are in the news, man.
Ooh. Is it a day? Is that why?
They're going to match any offer for Austin Reeves, even if it means matching nearly $100 million over 4 years.
The Lakers will match any offer for Austin Reeves.
Yep, that's the story of the day for the Lakers.
All right, another breaking news story. The two men on have offered Austin Reeves a $6 billion contract. Match that, Lakers.
What'll happen is, like, some team will give him the $98 million or whatever it is. It's $100 million or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'll call his agent and be like, "Hey, remember the time we did that to help you out? Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We don't really want Austin Reeves. We just want you to get yours." No one is gonna.
Or they sign Austin Reeves to a max contract and then trade him for some old, way past his days, out of shape, ex-All-Star. That's the Lakers' way. So what I'm saying is Austin Reeves to Golden State, Chris Paul to Los Angeles. Sign and trade.
He's kind of a secondary ball guy.
He can shoot.
I mean,
he hustles.
He can only shoot.
Spark plug. You know Austin Reeves?
Shut up.
Locker room
No,
guy.
see.
That Austin Reeves kid, he's a real gym rat. You know what I mean?
He is him.
You know, he knows the game.
I wish you weren't saying these things. Because I know what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
And I don't like these things.
Why not? They're things.
Who's this guy the Lakers drafted?
Jalen Hood-Schifino.
What about he?
Funny story. Somebody told him that he was 7 days old when LeBron James was drafted.
What?
And he said, "Wow, LeBron James be old." LeBron James, 2003, the most legendary draft in the history of the NBA.
I would agree.
Jalen Hood-Schifino was in one of those white and pink and blue blankets that he got from the hospital because everybody gets them. And he was watching the NBA draft with his family, seeing a young LeBron James getting drafted when he was 7 days old. Makes me feel old.
I'm 7 days older than LeBron.
You're 7 days older. Let me run this through my brain calculator here.
Mhm.
That means you are also old.
I am now old.
You're old.
I'm so old, I remember the first time Dennis Rodman wore a dress.
Okay, there's more? There's recent good ones?
He just walked in the Houston Pride Parade and addressed the other day.
Oh, that's sweet.
Did a bunch of reporters ask him questions, and he said that Larry Bird couldn't hang in the league today because he's half the player that Jokic ever is.
It's a bit racialist, isn't it? Larry Bird dominated him when he was in Detroit. Made him look like a fool.
Beat him a lot.
Yeah, like all the time. It's just hateful.
Dennis played with Isaiah. Isaiah was on those teams that Larry beat.
Yeah.
Larry beat the teams with Michael.
Yep. Until they got Scotty, and then MJ finally got a Batman to his MJ's Robin.
To be fair, MJ didn't really start doing that thing until after the Dream Team, and Larry was only on the Dream Team.
Got all of his game from Larry.
Who did?
MJ.
No.
Stole it all off of the Dream Team. He got Pippen?
He stole that game from Larry during that McDonald's commercial.
Oh, good point. I forgot about that.
That's when he stole the game.
Game recognized game. And I recognize that Dennis Rodman's a crazy person.
If he were to go back to South Korea.
If
he were to go back to North Korea and just hang out.
Which he can.
0 people would miss him.
Which he can whenever he wants to do.
He was wearing drag a lot of years ago.
He was way ahead of the game.
He wore a wedding dress.
Like any month of the year.
Yeah.
Not just June. Like whenever he wanted to.
You remember when Ricky Williams wore a wedding dress?
Yes. That was for a photo shoot.
That's for a photo shoot.
Dennis Rodman did it for gigs and iddles.
For real. And maybe I don't get this thing. Also, if you would have told me in the year 2000 that the most level-headed former athlete talking head would be Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
I would have had a real problem accepting that.
That's a weird one, right?
Because the way he was, I'm not a role model. The way he was, super loud.
Millions of gambling losses.
All of them.
Madonna. Starlets.
Also Dennis Rodman, Madonna.
Yeah. Eskimo Bros.
Also a lot of people, Madonna.
Yeah.
Also, do me a favor. I want this reaction on air. Open up a new tab on your browser.
All right, here we go. This is going to be exciting.
Go to Google and type.
This is my personal computer, by the way.
Type Madonna 2023.
That's what PC stands for.
Personal computer. That is correct.
I just figured that out.
Are you messing with me?
Oh my God, that's so cool.
You're messing with me.
It's been a PC this whole time. That's what the acronym stands for?
That is correct.
Whoa.
Type Madonna 2023.
Okay. Oh, no, I know this one. This is scary.
Bob, type Madonna 2023.
Madonna.
She looked like she
What
got
year?
2023.
Is that Bizarro Little Kim?
Have you ever seen anything? This is like in the movie Men in Black, whenever the alien takes over Edgar and puts on Edgar's skin to become
the Edgar suit.
The Edgar suit.
Yeah.
That is what this is.
This looks halfway in between. Do you remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger driven sci-fi action masterpiece Total Recall? This is halfway through the Geeks.
Miss Brubaker, we don't seem to have you here.
She looks like 40-year-old Madonna that got stung with a bee equally all over her face.
Bob, have you seen this picture of Madonna in 2023?
Talking about the one with her hair and a curl on the side?
Yes. She looks like evil Princess Leia. Like if she ate Princess Leia and she was allergic to Princess Leia. Is what she looks like.
Jabba the Hutt and Princess Leia from Princess Leia in the slave costume had a babies together.
Yeah.
It would look like 2023 Madonna.
It would look a lot like that.
Bob, is that your opinion as well?
I can go with that. Yeah.
You remember when Marlon Brando just like put a couple like wads of paper in his cheeks and he turned into the Godfather? Madonna did that, but she shoved a bunch into her cheekbones.
Madonna looks like
and she turned into Skeletor.
Madonna looks like she's trying to do a biopic, but star as Mickey Rourke. The second version.
Yeah. She does. She looks like Mickey Rourke cosplaying Madonna.
Yeah. If Mickey Rourke was trying to be Madonna. And also, I think the three of us can all agree that there was a time when Madonna was the gold standard.
She was like very pretty.
She was incredibly pretty.
And the attitude.
They're like a prayer.
Oh
my gosh.
I'm kind of fetishizing a teenager here, but still, I get what you're saying.
We are not.
She was like 17 then?
So here's the thing on this teenage thing.
Okay.
Because Madonna has always been older than me, it's always been okay.
Oh, sweet. I got you.
Does that math make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even then, it was fun.
Yeah. The last time I had a crush on a kid, I was also a kid.
I'm going to give you this one. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to give you this
Yeah,
one.
me too.
Yeah, that's factual.
Yeah, I'm going to give you this one. But like now, you're LeBron James' age.
Correct.
Yeah.
2023.
You can't be talking about 17-year-old Madonna when you're LeBron James' age.
No, but I can talk about 17-year-old Madonna when I'm 10 years old.
When you're 11-year-old Fred.
How old is Madonna?
She's neither this young or this old as she looks like in this.
She's 64.
She don't look 64.
Not all parts of her face are 64.
She looks like a 40-year-old who was fished out of the river on Law and Order SVU. That's what she looks like.
I don't know where this is going to translate to radio. Yesterday, you were showing me a picture of a puffer fish when it's brought out of the depths of the ocean.
No, that was a blobfish.
A blob. She looks like
when you bring a blobfish out from heavy pressure, deep ocean. It's a normal fish down there. When you bring it up to no pressure, it turns into the blobfish.
That's what Madonna looks like.
Like a blobfish with braids.
I just looked at blobfish in water. Looks like a regular fish.
Looks like a normal fish.
Blobfish outside of water looks like Madonna.
Yeah. Smaller nose.
LeBron James is the oldest player in the NBA. Is that right? As soon as Udonis Haslem retires, he's like heir, right?
I think Udonis Haslem just retired.
Is that official?
I mean, he said this is his last season. The season's over. So I think Udonis Haslem is done in the NBA.
I'm a seer, not a believer.
So now LeBron James is the oldest player in the NBA. And at 38 years old is the first time in his career he didn't get an MVP vote. That's insane.
What's our days on 9 varsity?
The varsity of cool catchphrases.
Tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Registration is now open for the Lobo Challenge. Cancer can affect anyone at any stage of life, and you can unite with us against cancer and raise money for the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center. Choose your bike, run, walk, or stair challenge for this September 23rd event and get your dedication bib and t-shirt. Plus, every dollar raised supports cancer patients, cancer research, outreach, and training right here in New Mexico. Sign up now or get more details online at cancerchallenge.org, and we'll see you on race day.
Walking through a junkyard, each red car tells a story. This one, very sad. She had been drinking and driving. Oh, and this one, terrible. The driver was drunk and drove clear off the road. This one was my family. The drunk driver hit us, and my wife and our daughter.
Drinking and driving causes far too many tragic stories. It's time to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
In New Mexico, more than half of LGBTQ+ youth reported feeling sad or hopeless every day for at least 2 weeks in the past year. Staying on top of your emotional wellness is the same as taking care of your physical health. Visit doseofwellness.com to find resources for your mental health this Pride Month. That's doseofwellness.com. Brought to you by the New Mexico Human Services Department.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a saving $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, Select Quote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call Select Quote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Select Quote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Dear sports fans, elevate your game to the next level with a Toyota truck. Drive the crowd favorite Tacoma. This versatile playmaker is ready to own the weekend. Choose the tailgating MVP, the Toyota Tundra. This is one vehicle that comes up clutch. Or ride in the adventurous 4Runner, a true champion on and off the road. Come join the team of champions, Toyota Trucks. Visit Toyotas.com to learn more. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Albuquerque Santa Fe Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister
Back in 1 minute.
they're home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called Select Quote. Select Quote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month. A savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, Select Quote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your
30
quote, call Select Quote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Select Quote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Don't miss the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 on 95.9.
Mike is hot.
10, the sports animal.
Welcome back to the program. The boys are live at the McLeod YMCA. Of course, listening to 2 Men On right here on the Sports Animal. I'm Fred Slater, Ben Nutley, Bob Walpole back at the station, making the show go, released over the airwaves. Lead office 280 and i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Today's I9 Varsity is the I9 Varsity of catchphrases, okay?
Okay.
Catchphrases. You want me to go first?
Yeah, please do.
I'll go with Catch 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Catch 22 is maybe one of my best ones because it's so apropos to my life. I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually do an I9 Varsity of catchphrases.
Yeah.
But that would be a real Catch 22 because I never do the I9 Varsity.
That's not exactly what it means, but you're very close.
You're going to notice a trend here.
You're very close.
Dan?
Okay. First on my I9 Varsity of cool catchphrases,
Okay.
I'm going to go with a man gotta have a code.
It's from The Wire.
That is from The Wire, my friend.
I've never seen The Wire.
Omar Little from The Wire. While he was a robbing murderer, he was the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He only robbed drug dealers. He's very Robin Hood. A man's got to have a code.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, are you in on this one or no?
I'm thinking.
All right. We'll skip you. Come right back. I'm going to go with a catch, Van.
Okay, a catch.
Yeah.
What's the catch?
Well, it depends. So according to Bert Emanuel, it's different than what it is today.
Okay.
Yeah. So he did not bring it in.
Uh-huh.
It was down by touching the ground.
Yeah.
So a catch is full control with 2 feet in. So give me catch.
All right. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good catch phrase. Shout out to Des Bryant.
Ouch.
Next on my I9 Varsity of cool catchphrases.
Mm-hmm.
How about, I got the shotgun, you got the briefcase, it's all in the game. Again, that's Omar Little from The Wire.
These are just quotes.
And
These
what,
aren't even catchphrases.
Yeah, that's a great catchphrase.
You,
All
give
in
me
the
another.
game? All in a game? It's a great catchphrase.
I'm loving it as a catchphrase.
Okay.
What you're doing
The
is
word catch isn't in that catchphrase.
you're just saying quotes from The Wire.
Yeah. I've been waiting for this one. Omar Little, too. What he was referring to was, he used to rob drug dealers. But so did the lawyer representing the drug dealers. They just robbed drug dealers in different ways.
Bob, you in on this one?
Not yet.
All
I
right.
can't come up with anything.
Got it. I will continue. Catcher in the Rye, Dan, is on my list of catchphrases. Catcher in the Rye. I don't know if you're familiar with the work. Would you like me to give you a synopsis?
I am.
Thank you.
Bob goes, J.D. Salinger's Turn of the Century Ahead is no. That's not why I'm picking it. Because it's the first book I was told to read in school that I refused to because I had never read a single book in my life.
Okay. I mean, I love baseball and I love deli sandwiches, so it's got to be a good book, that Catcher in the Rye. That's what it's about, right, Bob Wolpo? And isn't that correct, Bob?
No.
Bob?
It is not.
It's a sandwich deli movie with baseball guys.
Not on your rye bread.
Isn't it just a book about the weekend? It's like somebody's diary entry.
No. Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, I'm older than dirt, so it goes back a long ways. I know I read it, and I wasn't real thrilled with it.
Came out in 51? It's not that old.
Yep.
That's kind of old.
Well, that's
Bob came out before 51.
That's a week before LeBron James was born.
Isn't there a part about a baseball
I had to
player?
read it in high school.
That's what I'm saying. All of those assigned readings.
You got to read it, Bob. You didn't have to read it.
Yeah.
You were honored.
No, I had to read it.
You wouldn't have
It
otherwise.
was not on my reading list.
It didn't.
I would not have.
It didn't impact your life greatly. That book you're forced to read. Are you telling me that? You didn't get
Only in the
any.
sense
You didn't
that I
get,
used-
you didn't get any pleasure or satisfaction or learn any life lessons from that book you were forced to read in school. Is that what you're saying to me?
The only lesson I got out of it was I was able to write a good essay and got an A on it.
Ooh, orale essay. Good job. Next on my I-9 varsity of cool catchphrases, I'm going to go with, you come at the king, you best not miss.
Again.
Guess who said that one,
That's
Fred?
just a quote.
Guess who said that one? That's a cool catchphrase. You come at the king, you best not miss. I heard Scott Van Pelt say it one time on SportsCenter.
What?
So it's basically a catchphrase now.
What?
Again, that was Omar Little from The Wire. You heard of The Wire?
Yeah.
You should watch it, Fred.
It's
a really good program.
Just don't feel like I accept. My real answer is, to be the man, you have to beat the man. Also, if you smell what the Rock is cooking, woo! Know your role and shut your mouth. What you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. These are the real answers, man.
No, those are stupid. What are those? What are those from?
I'm a limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, Ric Flair.
Okay.
DX's Suck It got me in trouble in grade school.
In grade school?
Because that's when I would say it.
Which grade?
All of them.
Okay. You didn't stop. You haven't stopped. You say it all the time still.
End of the program, whenever we get back, everything we missed throughout the course of the day, including forced baseball talk, because we missed baseball talk outside of the Buck Showalter story.
Oh, indeed.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Sports Animal.
Clear.
Yep.
Howdy.
Nothing coming back to me on the commercials that they're supposed to be.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're on a live radio show.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors.
CBS Sports didn't play.
Get out of Parallel Park.
Was it that CBS Sports
Turns out
thing?
place to do it by feel.
Yes, sir.
That thing
Has bumpers, trunk lids, license.
Has that been happening every day?
It's happened more than once.
They got lots of headlights.
I
When you
thought
need
it
parts,
when
get it right the first
I'm
time
sending an
with
email
eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see
Well, so am I.
that part's going to fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Next up, straight talk from Doug. Ever notice that saying no offense is offensive? Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless. See? Offensive.
That's the Straight Talk talking. Get unlimited plans as low as $35 a month from Straight Talk and America's most reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com. On the $35 plan, first 10 gigabytes data at high speed, then 2G speeds. Refer to the latest terms at StraightTalk.com based on most first-place rankings. Root Metrics second half 2022 assessments of 125 metros. Experiences vary, not an endorsement.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Are you amped?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We're coming back. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mike's hot.
Cheese, watch them fall out. I make it rain while them knuckleheads.
Back on the program, big thank you to John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy for sponsoring our studio. Big thank you to 66 Diner for so many delicious lunches. Big thank you to the YMCA, specifically the McLeod location, the intersection of Tramway and Comanche. Thank you to the friends of the show who came out and signed up today. We had a lot of fun out here. It was fun spending the last 2 days at the Y van. So fun.
Very few places in the world I'd rather be.
Oh, I agree.
In the Central New Mexico YMCA.
Yeah, this place is super sweet. So we're hanging out here, obviously. Also, big thank you to ABQ Axe, which will be live from on Thursday. Come hang out with your boys then. Or at Isotopes Park on Friday. That's going to be exhilarating in its own way. Also, could be Chris Bryan could be there. So he's doing some rehab stuff on Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll see what happens come Friday. But that's going to be very good in its own cool way. Don't forget at all that at 5 o'clock we enjoy New Mexico's vodka. Of course, that's Teller vodka. We weren't able to do it today, though, because, well, we're at the Y.
Yeah, we don't drink at the Y.
No. If you come hang out with us at Red Door next Thursday, then yes.
Oh, yes, please.
The answer is yes, please, at that time.
I'm going to be sipping Teller vodka at Isotopes Park on Friday.
Correct. Also, if you're coming out to Isotopes Park, don't forget to stop by the Albuquerque Duke store, the intersection of Carlisle and Central.
Some new threads.
Got some new threads. They got a lot going on over there. The Non-Pill Shopping Complex. Stop in and see Steve. Tell him your boy sent you. Should be pretty good. I got a fun one. You ready?
Okay, hit me.
Jordan Westberg. Who?
Okay.
Jordan Westberg made his debut for the Baltimore Orioles last night, okay? So they're up against Cincinnati, right?
All right.
So they're playing against Cincinnati, and it was raining. It was like just not the perfect conditions for baseball by any means. And what happened was all of Jordan's buddies.
Oh, that's nice.
Like his high school or maybe college or whatever, his buddies made their way down from the cheap seats.
Oh, hell yes.
Sat immediately behind home plate.
Okay.
Because Jordan took his first career major league at bat ever?
That is so cool.
And they cheered at the top of their lungs for their boy as he was 30 feet away, maybe.
And the not quite pouring, pretty much, though, pouring rain.
Yes. Now, I'm appreciative of the tight rear end of Jordan Westberg because I don't know if I'd be able to focus in the biggest moment of my professional life with all my childhood best friends cheering every single moment. But our boy did, and he knew the strike zone. Jordan Westberg on the first base with a walk.
Right in front of the homies?
Right in front of his boys.
You know they were dropping, like, inside jokes and, like, little giggle fest stuff and probably some really cool Omar from The Wire cool catchphrases.
Mm-hmm.
Something like since they were in Baltimore, you know. That would have been hard to pay attention.
Stupid.
So hard to pay attention.
But just a bunch of dudes being bros.
I love that so much.
A bunch of dudes being bros. And that's the thing, too, because, like, we're talking about adults here.
Yeah.
Kids at heart.
No, for
Kids
sure.
at
In
heart.
that moment, you're just your little teenage bestie. That's all you're doing.
And the Orioles are having like a heck of a year. Like if Tampa Bay would slow down a little bit.
I'm telling you, man, these Orioles are for real. They're for really real. And they will be good for a long time.
You know what he did in his second at bat?
Popped up to the catcher?
Nope, got a hit.
Yeah, buddy.
Boys went crazy.
With all the homies behind them?
Went crazy. Everyone could use some friends like this. Like every single person.
And that was really fortuitous that, you know, it was raining and not only the ushers let them all the way down.
Yes.
Because if it was like a full stadium and the seats were packed, they're like, no, dudes.
Oh, that'd have been a no.
I love this story, but you guys got to go back to your seat. It's raining. Everyone left. Like, oh, please. Come on, Kyle. Come on, Tucker.
Yeah.
Come on, Brody. Get down here.
And what do? You just be like, listen, we're peak bros.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to bro. You just say yes.
So, oh, you're going to bro? All right, you can bro for this at bat and then go back to your seat.
You've been saying it for some time, Van, but now it's being said by Sport Track. And if you're not familiar with Sport Track, I encourage you to kind of chase them down. But they do the numbers behind baseball. They do the numbers behind the NBA. They do, like, SportTrack.com gives you, like, the business money side and how contracts work and guarantees, blah, blah, blah. So, Sport Track is saying, based on a projection model, current valuations for pending Angels free agent Shohei Ohtani. Obviously, he's the runaway MVP favorite. They say him as a pitcher, his next contract should be 6 years, $202 million.
That's low.
They say Shohei as a hitter, 9 years, $326 million.
It's also a tiny bit low, but I get what they're doing here.
Combine those things together, Van, and you're looking at a contract that exceeds, well, I guess it exceeds 15 years.
Well, it's $500 million.
$500 million bucks.
Shohei Ohtani deserves $600 million.
The problem is you can't just combine these two things because they're parallel.
Right.
So if you were to do a 9-year deal, which you won't, you do a 10-year deal.
Consecutive, not concurrent. Is that how it is? Strike that, reverse it?
Yeah.
Something like that?
No, it's concurrent.
Okay. But he is a let's call it over a 8 or 10 year contract. He's a $250 million pitcher. He's a $350 million hitter.
Yeah.
He is a $600 million baseball player. Not only should be the first player to go over $500 million, he should smash past that and be a $600 million player. He's got another 6, 7, 8 good years of being a pitcher. You know, health notwithstanding. So he's got another 10 or 12 years of being a good hitter.
That's the interesting part, right? Because you're one Tommy John away from losing your two best players.
Mm-hmm.
Your two best players is one guy.
Right. But still, you got an extra spot on the 26-man roster. So it's not only you get Shohei Ohtani, the best pitcher and the best hitter, you just get another guy. It's just like a cheat code. Like you get a whole nother guy.
I think it's only helped the game, the DH in the National League, if I'm having a real honest moment, and I hate saying it. But I think this is the one example where one guy gets hurt from it, and that's Shohei Ohtani. Because his value would have been that much more in the National League, but now it's the exact same everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but you don't want him playing the field every day. He's already pitching 6, 7 innings once a week, and he's running the bases. He's already got over 20 freaking steals. He's running the bases like a maniac. He gets doubles standing up. He gets triples sliding in under tags almost every day. Like, you don't want that guy out in the field, too. Save him.
Whatever team signs him is the opposite of the 29 other teams that will be very upset that they didn't sign him. There aren't teams that are just like, oh, bummer, we missed out.
Yeah.
Every team is going to be feeling bottom of the barrel.
There's 20 teams who don't have a chance to sign Shohei Ohtani, and there's 30 teams who want Shohei Ohtani. That's a problem.
If you signed him at 10 years, $600 million, okay?
That's a steal.
I got the math. Are you ready? $165,000 a day.
Deal. You don't realize how good of a deal that is for this player.
Hey,
I'm telling you,
man,
$600 million sounds insane, but this is a steal for Shohei Ohtani.
I'm not talking game days. I'm not talking during the season.
A day. 365 and 1/4 days a year.
It would be $165,000 a day.
Worth it. You're making that back immediately on worldwide endorsements.
Every morning that Shohei wakes up, he checks his bank account. There is an additional $165,000 in there.
Could you imagine playing Brewster's Millions with Shohei Ohtani's next contract?
For a decade straight,
That
the
would be
thing I just said.
Whoever wins the Shohei lottery this year immediately gets billions of dollars of contracts with businesses worldwide.
There's somebody listening right now in front of the show.
If you sign Shohei Ohtani, every single international conglomerate is the blank of the blank team. The Yankees sign him, whatever the biggest corporations in the world, especially in Asia, are like, we are the blank of the New York Yankees. Immediately. You're making all that money back immediately. He is a blank check. He pays for himself. It seems like an unfathomable amount of money to pay one human being to play a sport, but he just immediately turns it over for your franchise.
The thing, though, about that exact sentence is this critique of it. He's not one human being. He's the best one in the existence of the sport.
Ever. He's the best to ever do it.
To ever do it.
Yes, and he gets to be in your jersey. That's a blank check. Make up a number.
Who is the best ever at fill in the blank? Acting. Don't know. Conversations out there. Singing. Don't know.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
But
yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
It's obviously The Rock.
Oh, God.
Singing. Not out there. Author.
Hurt my feelings.
Politician. Like every single thing, you have a conversation about who is the best ever. A legitimate conversation. You do not have a conversation about who is the best baseball player ever.
I've said it over and over again. Not only is he the best baseball player ever, no argument, he's the best to do anything ever. He's better at baseball than Michael Jordan is at basketball. He is better at baseball than Tom Brady is at football. He is better than anyone to do anything ever.
Man, I can't argue that. I'm trying to come up with
There's nobody. He's better at baseball than Wayne Gretzky is at hockey.
I'm even trying to do like Salk and like the polio vaccine. Like I'm trying to do like
sure.
Like give me those things. Give me like Martin Luther King Jr. and like equal rights. Give me I'm trying to come up with people who are such a key contributor.
Mm-hmm. He's that much better than everyone else at everything.
God, dude, that's wild to me. It's wild to me that my creative career cannot come up with a single example of an individual contributing to their craft in a way that is more substantial. Maybe I think I have the answer. It's Michael Jordan to shoes.
That's not bad.
That might be the one answer.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Maybe. Shad Khan to bumpers. Like, there's not a lot of...
That's not bad either.
No, it's not bad either.
Michael Jordan in shoes is a comp. That's an actual comp.
That's an actual comp to this.
Yeah. But then again, it wasn't really Michael Jordan. It was Tinker Hatfield, who was contracted by Nike to design the shoes. So Shohei Ohtani is the Tinker Hatfield.
Who?
Of baseball. Tinker Hatfield. He designed all the Jordans.
Tinker Hatfield?
He's a shoe designer who designed all the Jordans.
The guy that hung out with Jiminy Cricket?
Tinkerbell? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know much about fairy godmothers.
Okay.
I think Jiminy Cricket was a fairy.
You know fairly nothing.
What?
About godmothers.
Why did you use the word fairly?
Because you said fairy. We got like 2 minutes left.
Just because it's similar.
I'm running on fumes.
Bob, we appreciate you sitting on the program today. It meant a lot to us. Big thank you to the McLeod YMCA who had us out because we had a lot of fun while we were here.
New friends of the show and new friends of the Y here today. It's pretty cool.
It's wild to me when people are like, you know what would be cool? The Y. Because they're right. Like, and I know we tell people all the time, but to like see friends of the show come down and like be a part of it, big deal. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a good one. Ice Tips Baseball returns tomorrow. They had a nice 2-day little break.
That is so sweet. 2 weeks on the road, they deserve an extra day off.
I think it has a lot to do with the 4th of July and 3rd of July, but yes.
No, it's just because they're on the road for 2 weeks.
I like that.
They work hard.
Final words, man?
Oh my goodness, too much for the time allotted, my friend. But anything that we didn't cover, which is ample, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, man. Good job, Bob. Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.
There's so many obscure baseballs.